We're going live.
One. Okay, we're
Jaffe,
live.
we're gonna need you, baby.
Where are you at, Jaffe? Good
Jaffe.
morning, everybody. This is TechProtect with G Ladin. It's Grim. Who the fuck cares? There's another guy named Grim somewhere else in the universe. LolCow Nerds. It's not like they're doing anything with their fucking show, anyways. Well, all I'm saying is, it's the boys, and they're back in town. Good morning, it's me. Hi, how's it going? Wanted to say good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon, good fucking everything. LolCow Crit is back, and we are in for a hell of a show, hell of a broadcast. Just an amazing broadcast. Let me get this image up for you guys. Hold on, I can't believe I don't have that out for you. Hold on, where's this? Hold on. There's this guy, and then there's this guy, and then I do this, and then I'm pretty sure I just go like this and hit play. Come on. Jaffe! Where are you? Show me the thing! Alright, technical difficulties. It's not showing me the thing. Oh, now you want to show the thing. Oh, now you want to do it. Here we go. Alright, hit play. The stream can see it, Grim. You can't, but we'll fix that soon. Jaffe!
He's big, he's strong, he's got a giant dong. He laughs, you cry, he's taller than other guys. He's Jaffe, big, strong Jaffe. Alpha Jaffe, rah, rah, rah. He drives a blue Bugatti. He's so cool, yeah, he's a hottie. Stop 9/11 when the plane was naughty. Jaffe, run. He's rugged, he's looking good. He's clapping cheeks, he's slinging one. He's Jaffe. Alpha Jaffe. Rah, rah, rah.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Grim, where are you?
What a forward young man you
Jaffe, where? I don't see you guys.
Right here.
Where are you guys?
I'm right here.
I see Grim.
I have camera on.
I don't see you.
I have camera on.
I don't have my camera.
I don't have camera on. What's going on? Jaffe, what's going on?
What are we doing, gentlemen?
What's going on? Good morning. Hey, hello, hi, how are you?
I think there's nothing more creative in this day and age than people doing Trump. I just think that's the best.
I'm so glad you think so, because
Critical.
LolCow Kami has brought you some Trump interpreters. We are going to interpret the word of Donald Trump. Me and Gwim.
Did you see Trump's approval rating today came out?
Was it like 6
Negative
or 7?
32, was it?
You want to guess? I'll tell you.
35%.
Yeah, you
Negative
saw
32.
already. No, it's 35%.
Is it 35? I'm guessing. I did not see that. Whatever you're talking about.
35% staggering that this man is still not.
Holy
hasn't
shit!
been- yeah.
Let me see those
is that-
ones in the chat if you're one of the 35%. Let's see who's our Trumpers out here.
Genuine question. Is that higher or lower than his previous term?
Lower. It's the lowest it's ever
Yeah.
been.
Yeah, the lowest. Most
Brother.
presidents don't get below 40.
Yeah, it's anemic. But I mean, at this point, he's kind of already taken over all the branches of government he needs to, so we're all fucked, including the people who voted for him and think that he's their buddy. So
you should be able, Tina D said on her show yesterday, a friend is someone who you can ask $5 from. All right. If you think you're friends with Trump, I want to see what happens when you ask that motherfucker for $5. What would Trump say if you went up to him? Hey, can I get $5? Just $5 for? Yeah,
he'd probably say for like 300% interest is probably what he would do.
Or he'll say for Greenland, give hey, give me Greenland. Here's $5.
True, bro.
Dark Fortune with his running his big fucking mouth says,
"Who's that?
Still haven't registered to vote." Well, maybe you should then, because you're part of the problem. You know how many people voted in the last election?
Do you know how unappealing it is to vote for your choice now? Because you're like, maybe you're an idiot. Yeah, you're the problem, pussy. Like, be like, oh, yeah, it's a good idea to vote.
If you voted for Donald Trump the second term, you are the problem.
Or they're undereducated, or they're just ignorant.
You're the problem.
No, the problem is the system that failed them. All right, that's what's going on.
Well, the system did fail them. That's right, but there's a point where when do you take responsibility as an adult?
That I agree with. Yeah, I agree with Jaffe on that one. It's just like I feel like majority of people, it ended up being, oh yeah, we watched Joe Rogan. I'm not into politics. Oh, Joe Rogan thinks this? He's probably right. I'm not going to look into it. Yeah, I'm going to vote for Trump. And that's genuinely what it is with the majority population. Shit, it even goes to even news, Like CNN will have a fucking title on there, and you just go with the title. Same goes with Fox News or anything. Like, they don't even look anything further into it, just surface level, just whatever's being fucking thrown at them. They just take it at face value.
And maybe that's because as a society we have been trained to do so, because there was a time, because most of the news was much more limited, that anybody who put it up there, you would assume, okay, it's probably true. Now things are parading as news. In fact, there was that whole lawsuit with Diebold, the voting machine company, and Fox. And there were texts and emails back and forth between Fox producers and hosts going, nobody thinks this is actually news, right? Yeah. I mean, even the host didn't believe it. And they're like, yeah, no, we don't believe this shit.
Still talking about it.
Yeah.
And they were still talking about it. And they did it anyways. And they literally, I always forget the fucking guy's name. They literally fired him because of it. And then they literally got sued right after because of the fact, because they were actively lying about it and admitted it in court by not only admitting it, but also, what is it called whenever you just like, you don't even go through the full court process. You just end up paying out.
Yeah. They settled.
Settling. Yeah. So they just ended up settling. They just went with it. They was like, fuck it, whatever. Yeah, it is what it is. We're guilty. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. We're starting off LolCow Crip with our commie minute. We're going through.
Settling doesn't mean you're guilty, although it could be a number of things, but it's not supposed to mean it, but it more often than not takes on that shine. I get that.
Yeah. For sure. I do understand what you mean, yeah. With a bit of nuance, yeah.
Yeah, a little nuance. That's what's wrong with
because there is, yeah, because sometimes there can be a case, right, where it's like, you might lose to a jury because, like you said, people are pretty stupid and they're not dialed in except in the area of their life that they're specifically experts in. And everything else, they're just kind of like, oh, I'll believe what the guy in the suit says or whatever. And so people will be like, let's settle. Pay the guy $6 million now versus $80 million in punitive damages that the jury decides that we owe, which even though we didn't do anything wrong. So,
Yeah.
So, speaking of, you're going to mention something? Go for it. No, go for it.
The Davos summit. Have you guys been up to date with what's happening over there with the
yeah. Well, sort of, because Trump ain't there anymore, right? Didn't he turn around last night?
I think he didn't end up going. Yeah. Go ahead, Grim.
For the sake of the audience, do you want to inform us? Because I actually don't. I know a little bit, but not enough.
Of what?
Of the Davos summit, like whatever.
You don't know what that is?
No, I don't. I know he's supposed to attend it, but that's about it. I mean,
okay,
that's all I know.
The Davos summit is also the World Economic Forum, right? It's an annual meeting held in January in Switzerland at a resort called Davos, the Davos Resort, right? It's like the most exclusive gathering of power brokers in the world, and for 1 week, heads of state, CEOs of like multi-billion-dollar companies, Nobel Prize winners, they all gather up and they talk about like issues that are pressing against like the economy, like the global economy, not just the U.S., not just
Sure.
France. And they talk about, hey, look, we all want to make money and we all want to stay in power. What should we be doing? And unfortunately, Trump is causing a lot of headache for big, powerful CEOs, big, powerful companies, big, powerful countries, because he's like, I'm going to tariff you, motherfucker. Oh, I'm going to tariff you, motherfucker. And they're just like, what the fuck is this dickhead doing? And so I guess he didn't want to attend because they probably were going to call him out and be like, hey,
Well, that's not
bitch.
what happened, actually.
Well, tell us
That's
what
not
happened,
what-
Jaffe.
Well, he may not have wanted to attend, and this could be like saying, oh, he's sick. But last night, Air Force One left and was about 30 minutes over the ocean when everything went dark, according to the reporters. Like, all the electricity went out. And they had to turn back around. And they said it was a minor electrical glitch, but they didn't want to risk flying across the ocean. To me, it sounds like Trump didn't want to go, and he's like, let's make some bullshit up.
Yeah.
Because that's really convenient.
say that.
You know?
Yeah, very convenient. Yeah,
But
Air
I
Force
don't. I
One.
could be wrong. I thought Davos was what Pitbull says at the end of all of his.
You know, he says,
Dale.
dale. It's a little different.
Oh, I thought it was Davos.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
he's
it's-
part of them.
The Davos Summit, it's literally when you think of like who controls the
Okay,
world.
Beaver Nug says they did repairs and took off again. So is he there or is he not there?
I'll look it up. But yeah, this is like the most exclusive, hey, I'm more powerful than you people you'll ever see gathered in one place. Right? It's like a
Don't-
limit of 3,000 attendees. And if you don't make the cut, you don't make the cut. Shut the fuck up. You don't get to talk about world economy with like the big boys.
I hate all these fucking people. I really do. Bane of Society in the chat says, I didn't vote this past election. Thanks, pal. I didn't see Kamala Harris being any better, to be completely honest. Okay, but you're not smart then. And you need someone to lead you to where the polls are and not necessarily tell you how to vote, but just say, take a 50-50 shot. It's got to be better than you not showing up, maybe.
Well, I mean, next
Roll the
election,
dice.
the next election they can vote for is going to be probably who runs the LCU, right?
Yeah,
'cause
but
we-
no, I thought we're doing politics.
We are.
Because
we can
well,
dabble.
I would, okay, but we'll dabble. But I'd like to finish addressing this because I'm tired of this bullshit.
Aw.
If you have a brain in your goddamn skull, it's not that you have to like Kamala Harris and think she was a great candidate. She probably wasn't, okay? But that was the best they could do. But the idea, though, if you haven't learned by now, and if you're a Trump supporter, I don't like you, but that's fine. But the idea that whether you like Trump or Kamala or neither, and you don't think there's a difference between who would be sitting in that Oval Office and making decisions, whether it's Supreme Court, whether it's things like NATO, whether it's things like, hey, let's invade Greenland, or let's just be irresponsible enough to float that as just a thought, and all of the dominoes that fall because you're the most powerful person in the known universe, then I'm sorry, but I'm stunned you figured out how to get up this morning and turn your computer on, because you're a fucking moron, is what I would say. Okay, sorry, continue.
Hold on, I gotta sneeze.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
go
love
for it.
that for you. Yeah.
Battery
I
low.
love that for you. Why are you so sarcastic? Sound like a sassy white girl.
I gotta take this sneeze outside the room. You guys
That's good
talk.
for you. Whatever.
You're gonna take the sneeze. No, if it's that good of a sneeze, do it on
Oh.
camera.
I want to see the green
Um,
snot all over the camera.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, look, man. I can't handle. I mean, I can handle it, but I'm just sort of annoyed by it. It's like all these people who don't want to talk politics, and it's like, I don't talk politics all day long. I play
Yeah, that's
video
true.
games. I enjoy my family. I take walks. I do things, but there is a time, I think, where it's this excuse. Like, when do you think these people who say, well, I don't want to talk about politics, when do you think that excuse becomes like laughable and should be a shameable
Charging
offense?
battery.
Never.
I have an answer for that. Oh, no, I actually have an answer for that. When it starts affecting their lives. Like, the moment that somebody gets elected and starts making changes in their life that they didn't fucking want to be a part of, that they didn't fucking make the choice about, then yeah, all of a sudden politics becomes pretty fucking important, right? All of a sudden you're like, wait, actually, I do care about the governor that's supposed to be running my state. I do care about the fucking president of the United States, and their international relations, right, with other countries, right? like some of these things will affect your life, you know, like something as simple as just like, for example, as of recent, like gas prices, and that's only because of what affected that. Well, invading fucking Venezuela, apparently, you know, and people and my favorite part is people like downplay the idea that it's not invasion. Okay, any sort of part that requires the military to go to a country and whatever it is, just any kind of operation. You're basically invading the country. Okay, it's basically an act of war.
Nah,
Especially
I
when
disagree.
Okay,
Nah,
well there is
no,
that.
no, I disagree.
But I mean, given that, I don't think I think you're right, and I don't think there's a lot of nuance there. But given the fact that, you know, they kidnapped the president and the first lady and took them to America to stand trial,
That I agree.
you know, then you know, and again, I'm not saying the guy that they took was a good guy. I frankly don't know
Obviously
a lot
not.
about the guy, but I hear he was a bad dude. But I don't, you know.
And then they put his their oh my god, what was called the vice president, which is going to be any more different. I don't think it's going to be any more different. It's literally the vice president to the dictator. Like,
Well,
you really think it's going to be any more different?
But you know, she had a Nobel Peace Prize, I think, that she gave Trump, and he was happy. What a moron! What a moron!
You know what? That's all you need. That's all you need.
Now that I'm back, I had a big sneeze. Big booger came right out, landed on the Christmas tree. So we're gonna have that to deal with eventually. We'll have to find that booger. Look, there's nuance here. There's sometimes the U.S. can send the military to do something in another country, and it's not an invasion, right? When we had our embassies, you know, overrun in certain countries, we did send our military to help get people out. We weren't invading that country. We were like, hey, dog, you guys obviously aren't handling what you're supposed to be handling, right? You guaranteed our safety in this fucking place. And we stopped it, right? Black Hawk down. And we weren't really invading. We were like, we need to get the fuck out of here. Okay, we need to get the fuck out of Dodge. You guys are fucking around too much. But you know,
Well, why though? Why though?
well, you know, hey, you had certain reasons.
Like, it's reactionary, right? Why? Because somebody else is committing an act of war. No.
I don't know if I'd say that. I mean, like the civilian population overrunning an embassy is not an act of war, right? We can't blame the civilians for, you know, what their actions
for
are,
that specifically.
and judge
Yes.
the government of that place. But I mean, was it an invasion of Venezuela? Probably. I would say this deems an invasion, especially you capture the fucking leader of a country. Now, the U.S. has been very upfront for years. Hey, we don't recognize this guy as the leader. We don't recognize, we don't identify him as. He's just some dude who like stole an election. Sounds familiar, right, Trump? So if another country who doesn't recognize you as the leader because you stole the election is like, oh, we're gonna take you out. You know, that's your comeuppance. You know, that's your comeuppance. A stronger guy came by and said, we don't believe that you are the rightful
Use
leader.
the word comeuppance.
Yeah. So like, you know.
I love the comeuppance, especially Kermit and Miss Piggy.
$5 from Danny Toledo says Trump collecting Nobel Peace Prize like Keem with play buttons. True. If you don't know this, Jaffe, as soon as you get a play button, Keem's going to ask you how much you want for it.
What the hell's a play button?
When you get like a certain
Like
milestone
from YouTube?
on YouTube, 100,000 subscribers, 500,000,
Oh, right. What
a
about
million.
it?
He'll ask you how much you want for him to buy it from you.
Why would I want to sell it to him?
Well, he just likes to have them. And money.
Why doesn't he earn them on his own?
It's like
He's-
Infinity
he's-
Stones.
He's earned a number of them, but he also likes to buy a number of them as well. I think he has a whole sauna where the floor is just like epoxied play buttons.
I would never sell it, but
Like
I
it's
would give it
Hollywood?
away.
Yeah.
I gave all of my awards away except one that came from a friend. I gave my BAFTA away
I don't know why you would do that.
because they're
Yeah, why would you do
stupid, dude.
They're not stupid.
They're stupid. Once you're on nominating committees and once you've put things up for a vote, once you've actually seen how people vote for these things, whether it's the Oscars, the BAFTA, the Dice Awards, the Game of the Year
The Nobel
Award,
Peace Prize. All of them. Stupid.
I can't speak to that because I've never been engaged with that. But what I can tell you in terms of in any of those things, but what I will tell you is that it's political. It's not genuine. I'm not saying every vote isn't, but it's a meaningless trophy, at which point I don't want it. I'm going to kick the dogs out.
Yeah, kick that.
Yeah,
dog
go for
out.
it.
I mean, all awards are stupid, especially for creative work. Come on.
Yeah. Jaffe treats his awards like Mike Tyson does. Yeah, Jaffe has a ton of stuff here that's just like, it's like, oh, this is very valuable. It's like, oh, this is like a recognition thing. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Well, I have the single copy of the demo, the fucking fight with the Leviathan or something. Who cares? It's in like a box next to like my fucking Rugrats album.
Yeah, like I don't know if I necessarily agree with Jaffe. It's just more of like a universal, like whenever people are voting upon these things, right? It's kind of like, okay, majority rules based off of how well your work is. Like it's all opinionated.
It's not. No, that's where
What do you mean it's not?
Okay, so just take my
the
world.
scenes.
Take video games, right?
Oh, behind the scenes. Oh, okay.
Well, that's all there is, right? So take the BAFTA or take the the Dice Awards.
Sure.
Right, video game award. If you don't know, by your peers, blah blah blah. Most people haven't played all the games that they're voting on. Most people who have played some of the games haven't finished the games. Some people haven't played any of the games, but they're voting because, oh, my friend made that, or I'm going to apply for a job there next month, and I want to.
I would say all of them, but it'd be a portion.
I was on the nominating committee
where
people didn't even know what the definition of some of the categories were because the definitions made no sense. So we're on the phone going, who do we put up for the 5 nominees for best game director, best game design? People were like this. And I'm like, why that? And they're like, oh, because to direct a game, you have to. And I'm like, no, that's the producer's job. Right. I mean, it's like, when you actually get to the granularity of why people vote, it's not really a better reflection probably would be, this game was played the most hours, or this game over the last 5 years has, with the flash wore off and it's just about actual genuine love. This game 5 years later is still
they did a big thing. I think it was the Oscars for 2022. Where I guess they added a new technology or something where they're like, oh, we're going to see how long you actually sat down and watched the movie that you're voting on as like part of the board who says like, oh, you won best picture, like best screenplay or whatever the fuck it is, right?
Sure.
They found out a number of fucking people that were doing these votes in the background would put it in their private theater, where they put the movie on, they hit play, and they would walk out. And they would let the movie play, the runtime play for the movie. And like, well, I read the reviews already. Like, I already know what's going to happen. Like, it's fine.
Or my friend's in that. I like my friend,
Yeah, it's like, I did a job with Robert Downer Jr., Down syndrome.
Robert Downer.
There you go. And they're like, oh, I like the guy. He gave me a good deal on a movie I directed like back in the day. I'll give him a fucking award. So it just became like a... Yeah. No, it's whatever.
But like, I guess where I'm getting stuck on is like, that's not the majority of people, right? Like who are the people that are voting for this thing? I like to imagine it's like, is it only this select group of people that are voting, or is it like entire population?
The award. It depends on the award, right? So if you're talking about the Oscars or the Dice Awards, it's exactly what Tech is saying. If you're talking about an award that has like the fan award, right? So it's like, oh, people on the internet. Well, people on the internet are going to vote for what they like. It's like, I loved Resident Evil 9. Okay, but did you play whatever came out? Did you play Soros or whatever it's called, Soros from Sony or Wolverine? No.
So is it fair to compare them? Yeah,
right.
I see
Why are you even voting?
I see where you're going with this.
It's just dumb. So that's my thing. I mean, I think it's just, and also more importantly, what does that even mean? What are you really voting on? The best creative product? Well, that's super it just, to me, what I would rather have if you were talking about awards would be more like, here are the top 10 movies of the year. And there's no better. It's just these are the ones.
You'd base it off of metrics, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
rather than just like, okay,
right. These are the ones that we feel based on these metrics really represent the year 2025 in movies and and I know it's not as fun, and I get that.
That's what I was going to say.
I totally get it, but I'm not. I'm the guy giving away the BAFTA. If you want to keep giving away BAFTAs and make a horse race and make a commercial product out of it, that's great. But I don't have to act like the award means anything to me, right? Because it doesn't.
Yeah.
The only award, and I don't have this here because I was going to do a bit. This is the only award I ever kept, and this is because I got it from my friend Shannon. So that's why the award means something.
And what award is that for the fans?
I was going to ask.
Game of the Year for the Dice Awards. But it's not because it's the award, it's because it came from her. The rest are gone. I don't have any of them anymore.
Yeah. Can you believe like Death Stranding 2 didn't win a single award? And this is probably in relation to Kojima's like separation from his like publishing company back in the day, and like him doing his own thing.
No, nothing to do with that at all.
Are you sure? Yeah. Can you say for certain that there was no like
well, Konami, because Death Stranding 1 did get a lot of awards. It was Death Stranding 2, the bloom was off the rose. And so it was also up against, I think this year, Expedition 33, which was the big flavor of the month. And frankly, if there was any actual justice in the world, and I liked Expedition 33 quite a bit, Arc Raiders would have gotten Game of the Year. It came out a little too
late.
Well, I don't remember if it was if it hit
September or November, I think, around then.
Okay, so if it hit, it still came out before it took about 3 to 5 weeks for the normies and games to really start to go, there's something special here.
Yeah, before the Burnt Peanut started streaming it, and then its
Right,
player
well, yeah,
base got so large.
And then even think about that. Compare a single player narrative heavy RPG to Arc Raiders. Well, one of them is not better. That's a ridiculous comparison.
Like imagine comparing like a first-person shooter to just like a top-down strategy game, right? Like, can you really say one game is better than the other? Well, it depends on what you enjoy. But also, can you really compare something as something simple as like a strategy game with just like run and gun? You know what I mean? Like those are two completely different categories and two completely different types of people.
One of the biggest upsets I think in Game Awards history, right, is probably Stardew Valley not getting any recognition when it launched. It won zero awards upon launch. I think for 2 years post launch.
Such a memorable game.
No mention in Game Awards. Not a nomination, not anything. And then later it's like best standing, whatever. It's like, participation award. Here you go. You kept an indie game running for 5 years, and they're like, okay, I guess.
But that should tell you all you need to know, and it also tells you that a lot of these and again, to the journalist's credit, I mean, even on my tiny YouTube channel, if I do a video about Wolverine, it's going to do well in comparison to my other videos. But if I find this really cool indie game that I love, no one's going to watch it, right? It's like a sliver of the audience for the most part. And so if you're a big site like an IGN or whatever, what are you going to do? You're going to just hire reporters to cover games that like 90%, 95%, no one's going to pay any attention to? No. And so in that, it creates this cycle of the only games that people really know about, they only know about because PR spends a lot of money or word of mouth, which takes time to build. So
yeah.
So
because I was gonna say that there are because I was actually gonna argue with you for a second, but you are right. Like for example, there are very few times I would argue where indie titles, they'll just come out of fucking nowhere and everybody was like, oh shit, wow, that actually is a good game. Like Undertale, for example. Like a lot of people were obsessed with that game whenever it first came out. Indie title, some random fucking guy just decided to make it. Why not? It's just like, okay,
Vampire Survivors was another one. Game of the Year nominee all throughout last year. But that, people would, that looks like shit, whatever.
Yeah, only because of the graphics. Like, they wouldn't even take a step further into, like, discovering a little bit about themselves of, like, okay, I may play first-person shooters, like, every day of my life, but let me try, a bit of a strategy game. Or, well, actually, that's a top-down... Is it strategy? No, it's roguelite. It's roguelite.
Everything's a strategy game if it's a good game.
Yeah, well,
I don't mean that like a Sid Meier game.
I understand, yeah.
Fuck Sid Meier.
I mean that, yeah.
Sid Meier's great.
But Sid Meier's very famous. Whether you love Sid Meier or not, his great quote will, as long as there's game design, it's one of the great quotes, which is a good game is a series of good decisions or meaningful decisions. And so I would argue that, the reason Vampire Survivors works is because you are making meaningful decisions.
You're literally doing that.
Oh, I think Sarah's knocking because she took the dog out. I'm going to go let Sarah in. I'll be right back.
All right, well, there goes Jaffe.
Video
games are fun. Video games are nice. We just kind of have to roll the dice on what gets seen by the scene. And that's just what I mean. Anyways, it's not real hard to rap. Unless you're Billy the Fridge, then you don't even eat fucking salads. You eat fucking burritos. They're not raps. Anyways, did you hear, just to finish up our little politics talk, the conversation between I think it was the president or the guy from like France or Canada was texting Donald Trump like, hey dog, I get what you're doing with Syria and I understand your plans with Iran. What the fuck is happening with Greenland? Like I don't follow. I don't know what you're doing. And Trump got so pissed. He's like, I'm posting the screenshots to Twitter. I'm putting them up there. Fuck it. Everyone, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Talk to me privately. I'm exposing him. Donald Trump linking DMs, dog. What the fuck? He'd be perfect for the LCU.
Yo, I was just about to say that. I was about to say, bro, if he's linking DMs, he's got to be part of the LCU.
Is that Booster Gold right there? Is that Booster?
Probably. Next you know, he quits the presidency and he's like, all right, I'm quitting.
20 minutes, in about 20 minutes,
You
I
have a
have
phone
to
call.
jump off. I'll be back. Yeah, that's where. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But I'll be back on. So they said it would take. It's probably just to schedule it because only one of the guys watched it, and so we just got to.
Small update, chat. We have sent over a good amount of videos of the LCU, LolCow Live, LolCow Queens, Rewind, over to the lawyers and said, hey,
our show too, though. About what
our
we
show
want to
too.
do. Yeah.
And we were like, look, here's what the LCU is. Here's a brief understanding of what's going on. Here's the guy that owns it, and we're looking to get like an estimate, an appraisal, if you would, on what it would cost to buy this thing. What's the actual value here?
Next thing you know, they're telling Jaffe, like, Jaffe, I don't know what kind of drugs you're on right now. All right.
No, they told me I need to invest. They told me I need to invest money, is what they said.
Yeah.
They said,
no, I know that was before they actually saw what you showed them. Is what I'm getting at.
No,
yeah. We'll see.
Now they're gonna be like, what the? Were you not fucking listening? Are you dumb?
He said find some investments, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
like, not like that, retard.
Jaffe has a phone call with, I think, is it the main lawyer guy or the fucking office or something?
There's a lawyer, and then there's a manager, agent, whatever. So we got to get them all hooked up together. And so I think my call is with the main agent, and then I'm going to have him organize like a meeting because I can't organize shit, as you know.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm obviously not rich, but like I understand like lawyers have to get involved for like contracts and shit like that or whatever the fuck, right? But the appraisal part, how does that involve them? Like, wouldn't it be when you want like somebody like a financial advisor or something like that? Like
we have an accountant.
Oh,
right?
okay, all right.
And we have a financial attorney that is kind of slash manager that kind of says
it's a part of like this entertainment agent thing, and they're going to be able to look at it and be like, okay, well, here's what the revenue potential is, here's what the star potential is.
That makes sense.
Here's how much influence
like, where's
this
the lawyer
fucking
gonna
person.
know?
It's like, oh yeah, if you're able to get this and include Boogie in like a
the lawyer.
contract.
The main reason I told the lawyer anyway, I said, I mean, he's the head of he owns the firm, so
right, the firm,
yeah. But
I'll show you
I said, look, man, I worry about liability because I honestly still don't know what's a bit, what's scripted. Did this guy beat up on his wife? This, that, and the other. Is that a bit? And so I would want to come in, and I'd still want to do kayfabe, but I don't want to take on something that might have shit like people are going to sue the fuck out of us after I take ownership because, hey, this happened on Keemstar.
And you take the brunt of it.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll fire Xylee. Don't worry. That's still part of the equation. That's still happening. What? Unless do you want to save Xylee, Grim? Huh? You want
I want to save Xylee.
Put on the green
I'll do anything to
singlet.
save her. The what?
The green singlet. We're doing jumping jacks.
What's that? No,
We're
I don't
doing
have that
jumping
anymore.
jacks.
I don't have that anymore.
We're doing jumping jacks to save Xylee.
I'm not doing that. You go
Yeah. For $10
Fine.
donuts.
To save Xylee.
Yeah, you're gonna put on the outfit and you're gonna jump for Xylee.
I don't have that mankini anymore, but I will buy it. I will.
Okay. You have a pair of Hanes boxers somewhere. That's enough.
I'm not doing that. I feel like it's just on the custom TOS because you can see quite a bit.
Yeah. Make sure the lighting is from
not
underneath.
doing that.
We need the shadow to be casted. We need the shadow caster out there.
No, we're not doing this. Jesus fucking Christ.
Grim thinks Xylee is a real deep diver and commentator. Why does she get 15 views on her own channel? Why, Grim? Tell us.
Is that? I don't know if that's true.
I think that's somewhat
15
accurate.
views on her personal channel? There's no way she's working for Keem if that's the case.
What
Like,
does that mean?
well, because, Keem isn't just gonna fucking, hold up. Let me rewind real quick, literally. When he was first hiring people onto the network, he wasn't just gonna hire anybody, right? Like, he had to show some potential or a history with him. For example, like Billy. There's a reason why Billy's on the network, because he's known him for like, I don't know, like 15 years or something like that. I don't know. Boogie as well. Xylie's one of those people that's known fucking Keem for the longest time. Kid behind a camera.
Oh, okay.
Sort of Tina.
It's not 15 views. It's 740 views talking about P. Diddy. Yeah, that's not too bad, I guess. Nigga Kava Avocado, 1,000 views. Wow.
Nobody cares.
Popping off.
Let me tell you what this is. What we should be caring about. I'm not even joking with you guys.
Shoot.
Today, yeah, I know. Today, there was. Do you know this Congresswoman Paula Luna? She's on a lot of the UAP
Sounds
committees. And she's a nut. I don't like her for her politics. Like
Oh, for the UAP? Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I have
She's
seen her.
now
Yes.
the second
Yeah.
congressperson to come out and say, I can't tell you anymore, but interdimensional beings are real. That is the quote. She can't reveal more
Jesus.
without violating national security. This makes her the second sitting member of Congress to publicly insist they've seen undeniable evidence of non-human intelligence. So, whether it's this or the Epstein files, to me, both of those stories are a lot bigger. But that's probably why we're being fed this slop about these other stories. But I don't know. I don't know if it turned out, given our culture now, like if it turned out tomorrow that they announced, or right after the show they announced, yes, there are other dimensions, and we have been visited throughout the millennia by these other dimensions, and we can't tell you anymore, but that is irrefutable. We have scientists from across the world that have looked at the evidence. They are agreeing it's in a paper. Do you think it would change anything? I think most people would just go, okay. Maybe it's like voting.
I'll be real. Like, whenever I was first listening to the congressional hearings about UAPs and all that kind of stuff, like the first instance, before they even start, like when 90% of the conversation was, well, we'll talk about that behind closed doors. It's like, okay, all right. It's like, fucking, you're not going to say anything. When the second iteration came in, which was like, I think like a couple months back, I remember hearing it and coming to conclusion of like, wow, they're real. Next day, went back to work, didn't even think about it. Like, I don't know why. Like, don't get me wrong. It was very interesting, and I was so locked in, listening to every bit of it, because I was like, wow, there's aliens. Like, there's actually a chance, or there is a confirmation, at least from our government, because they're not going to lie about it, right? Hopefully. Or why would they be lying about it, about something's existence? That to me doesn't make sense. Like, I can see them denying the existence.
Why say anything?
Yeah. Why even say anything? Like, I can see them denying the existence, but like approving it, like confirming it is another thing, right? So, but yeah, them confirming it was just like, holy shit, this is so interesting. And then it kind of like, afterwards, I didn't really think about it probably because it's not in front of me. Like, the moment that I see a fucking mothership in front of me, maybe I'll start fucking tweaking out, right? Like, maybe I'll just be like, holy shit, like, aliens are actually here, compared to just being told that they exist. It's kind of like, okay, that's interesting and all, but I've never seen one. Like, what do they even look like?
It gets weirder because, like, it's not just like, oh, because you said, who is it? Paulina Luna, the Republican from Florida?
Paul Luna.
There's also, like, Marco Rubio has also said, that the U.S. is processing non-human technology, right? Like, he's used that quote before. And then Chuck Schumer, right, in his 64-page amendment for the UAP Disclosure Act, used the term non-human intelligence 20 times when referring to, in case of this, and the U.S. is interested in this, and we are processing this. And these are big people. These are not just like some dumb fuck, Florida girl. It's no offense to Paulina Luna. But like these are the big boys down at the office. And there's non-human intelligence being processed. And
they're
no
the
one
ones
gave a
with
fuck.
the Glengarry leads.
Yeah, they go to the Davos summit.
Yeah.
Genuine question. So like, I'm kind of asking both of you, but you guys can take it how you want it. What do you guys think about like how far separated the government is from the military? Because apparently the military has been hiding this for God knows how long. Government had no clue up until recently, right? Apparently, I don't know if that's true,
it's illegal. It's meant to be that way. If you've watched this stuff, Grim, you're very aware of this concept they call siloing, right? Which is they'll take all of the different things, and apparently Dick Cheney, not as vice president, but just as Dick Cheney, was the kind of the head of all of this. So there were a few people that were read into everything, but most of it's siloed. So what they're doing at Lockheed Martin, they know what they have to achieve and they know what their goal is, but they may have no idea what piece of the puzzle they're putting together. And they don't even have the map. Like when you buy a jigsaw puzzle and you're like, oh, this is the big picture.
Yeah. They only have a portion of what they're focused on.
Right. And so it creates this sort of plausible deniability. not just at a legal level, but at a level of it keeps the actual reality of it secret. And, in that sense, I mean, perhaps it is interdimensional beings. Think about this for a minute. If interdimensional beings are real and they have the capability of communing with us and connecting with us, they must be either as corrupt as we are or morons, because in the sense that why would they only go to the government? They either believe that the government is right when they say, look, if we blow the lid off this and tell the world you're real, it will decimate this society. And the interdimensional beings go, yeah, you're right. Kind of like Star Trek, where they don't interfere with civilizations that haven't discovered warp drive yet because they're not involved enough on their own.
They want to break the reality. Yeah.
Right. It could be that, or otherwise, why would you go to Dick Cheney? If you have the ability to travel through dimensions, why wouldn't you just appear, in the middle of a fucking shopping
UN
mall?
summit or something.
Or anywhere, or and just go, oh, hey, my name's Gleedo. How's it going? I'm from Dimension X, right? I mean, why would you?
Why would the alien is just an Italian from the Jersey Shore?
Well, why not? I mean, I mean,
it's a Guido.
If it turned out that interdimensional beings are real and they are more advanced than us and that they've figured out a way to do this, maybe it's tourism. Maybe they're just like, dude, you want to come see this? I mean, I find interdimensional beings staggeringly more interesting than the concept of aliens, because it opens up so many possibilities in theoretical physics about not just multiverse, but time all being one thing at the same time, which means time travel becomes a possibility. Aliens are cool, but interdimensional beings,
the thing is,
in and out. 2025 aliens, 2026 interdimensional beings. That's what I would say.
With the alien thing, right? It's not like all of humanity is on the same page, right? If aliens were to show up in some random spot, likelihood is they're not meeting someone with like appropriate authority, right, to handle whatever's going on. I could imagine. Let's say they showed up at Red Sheets Metal's house. Immediately, he's grabbing the bat. He's grabbing the bat and he's beating the shit out of the alien. All right? And you think he's going to report that? Fuck, I've said this before. If an alien showed up in my fucking bedroom in the middle of the night, I'm probably killing the alien. I'm not taking that risk. And then, am I bringing the fucking?
You're not going to be able to kill an alien if a thing can travel.
Sorry, it can survive a 12 gauge to the chest. That's crazy.
No, it's not crazy.
This 12 gauge can travel dimensions.
No, well, that's a hell of a weapon.
My 12 gauge travels through space and time. It takes 0.5 seconds.
Boom.
That's why if you believe in Tic Tac,
the speed of sound.
Tic Tac is not a Lockheed Martin thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, Red Sheets makes a very good point, Jaffe. It's a really good bat. So what I'm saying is, like, I wouldn't report it to the police. If I had an alien corpse in the house, there's no way. I'm sneaking that fucker into the van, and I'm going out to the middle of fucking, I don't know, anywhere. I'm getting out of Dodge. I'm burying that motherfucker with no cameras. Because you think I'm going to report this and have me be like front and center of this guy had the alien corpse? Here's the thing. You either have to make it immediately majorly public. I know, but Jaffe, you either have to be.
And they're going to be interviewed and they fucking checked by the government for every inch of your life. Okay, so like no matter what, you'll be alien guy.
Immediately, you have to get 1 million views on your video, right? Or the government's going to snuff it, right? Or if you go to like a small police station and you report it, no one's going to know you were there. No one's going to know.
Anyway, well, I wouldn't handle it that way. Let's just put it that way. And frankly, I don't think you could shoot one of these guys if they.
Jaffe would fuck the alien before he kill it.
Sterling wants to know: would you eat the alien, Jaffe?
Yes. What I love, again,
catch a space parasite.
People have come out and said now that Tic Tac video is actually Lockheed Martin technology, right? So whether it has been reverse engineered or they just came up with it whole cloth, I don't know. But a person in that moving the way it is supposed to have moved, if it's real, it would kill you. You would be pulverized. Right? On the first turn. So if you're talking about shooting an alien that has the ability to sort of fold space time in that speed, you're not going to be able to hit him.
Unless they have like some gyroscopic fucking technology that's like so out of this world that allows you to survive those kind of conditions. Like, because we've got space shuttles that allow us to go to fucking extreme speeds that anybody like they have to be trained to be in those scenarios, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, so we look at that and we're like, wow, it's crazy how we got that far. But then you look at something like that, you're like, you can literally snap your neck in an instant if you even just like turn that hard.
There would be no neck.
Dead.
You would be again,
Mush.
the best word is probably pulverized against the wall on a normal turn because your body just
can't handle that. Yeah, you got fucking organs and shit.
Yeah, it would be amazing to see. It would just be like a fine mist of red. Just like that was Grim.
That's probably why it's
turned right. You shouldn't have turned.
That's probably why it's red.
Have you?
There you go. There's your answer.
One of my favorite short stories written like on the internet is one about if the U.S. or like if the world engaged in a war with aliens, right? And let's say Earth eventually won, and the way the story goes is the aliens are like, all right, I know we killed millions of you guys, but when you guys respawn, we'll send you some money or whatever. And they're like, respawn. The whole story goes about like aliens when they die, they just like come back to life. Like they have a different type of consciousness that they just like rematerialize or whatever. Great story. We should check it out one day. But also, what do you think about the Black Knight, Jaffe?
Okay. Suddenly we're into racial politics. I thought we were talking about aliens.
We're talking about the Black Knight.
Like your arms
Monty
off?
Python? Like, what are we talking about?
No, we're not talking about like Batman. We're talking about the satellite that's been above Earth for like decades.
I didn't even know it was a name for it.
The Black Knight. I know there's supposed to be a ship up there,
satellite,
but I don't.
There's allegedly a Black Knight satellite. It's an object in space that doesn't look like a meteorite, and it's been orbiting Earth for like 100 years at least. Right? It was first identified in like 1890s, and multiple astronauts have said, "Oh, we've seen it from like the International Space Station. We have no idea what the fuck it is," and no one in Congress has ever addressed it. They've talked about alien technology and foreign non-human intelligence.
But I don't. Then my answer is I don't believe you.
Don't blame me on what? I didn't make it up.
I'm not saying you're me. I'm saying I don't believe the story that you're telling.
There you go.
I can take a telescope literally up to the field above where we are, just an off-the-shelf Walmart telescope, and I can see the.
It's the size of two sedans.
I can see the rings of Saturn through an off-the-shelf. And by the way, if you haven't seen with your own eyes the rings of Saturn, you're missing out. But this particular thing,
that's the Black Knight.
But why don't we have
the Dark Knight?
Right. Why don't we have college astronomy telescopes taking pictures of this? I get that it's small, but it ain't that small if it's that close. Yeah, but I mean this shouldn't be. This should be able to be, I should be able to go to a website right now and look through a camera and see where the Black Knight is.
It's black, Jaffe, so you can't see it. When the background is space.
Jaffe, I hate to say it, I don't see color.
I don't see color, but against the background of the night sky.
Anyway, you can joke all you want, but what I'm saying is that would be a great story if it were real. But that would be my concern. Think about this though. When you're talking about the aliens killing each other and coming back to life, what if it is interdimensional? And what if their dimension and our dimension, it's a simulation, and they know they're in a video game, right? They know they're playing Grand Theft Auto, so they don't care about dying because we're the ones who still think don't know we're in a simulation.
Yeah,
you can't beat people like that because they're like, I'll just fucking reset, kill me 20 times, I'll come back 21.
Yeah,
it's like that Tom Cruise movie with Emily Blunt where he keeps dying and coming back over and over and over.
This sounds like Trump's interpretation of the motivations of immigrants from Mexico. I feel like you're
they keep respawning.
They just keep respawning.
I keep killing them, but they keep coming back.
I gotta go do this phone call.
They're getting smarter.
You hear me, Tag? I'm gonna go do this call. I'll be back as soon as I can. They said it.
Let them know I'm not happy above 3 million.
Yeah,
it's not my money, but
I'll be back.
I thought he said 4.
Yeah, still, I'm not happy about it.
That's ridiculous.
I don't care what he's saying.
I knew he was going to highball. I fucking called it. You guys were like, no, he's not going to do that. It's Keem.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, I know Keem. He's greedy. No, he's going to get every penny.
Wants to charge us over $3 million for the fucking LCU. That's fucking crazy.
Exactly. I called that shit. Oh, dude, I was so happy when he said it. I was like, I fucking do it. Of course.
Does he deserve $3 million? Does Keemstar deserve even $3 million?
Deserve? Wow, we don't deserve anything in this world. If there's anything I learned from my mother.
Why? What does that mean? What the fuck? Hello?
I swear to God, my mom raised me that way. She was like, you never deserve anything in this world, all right? You either work for it or you don't. You know, simple as that.
Oh, I just thought the opposite. Yeah. My dad was like, you deserve everything coming to you, motherfucker. All right, you deserve.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's
horrible.
all your fault, and you deserve it.
You're the reason why I have a shitty life.
Oh shit!
But I didn't know it was called the Black Knight. So like, how long has that been like? I guess known or whatever.
1890.
The most we know is the pictures.
Well, yeah. So I think in 1890 was the first time it was discovered, and people were like, "What the fuck is that thing?" 1890. Yes, seen with a telescope. They're like, "What the fuck is that?" And people are like, "Oh, it's really..." Some scientists are like, "Hey, it's just a little asteroid. It's just a little silly asteroid in the orbit of the Earth." No, and people are like, "What the fuck? Why is it shaped
imagine
like
like
that?"
an orbital cannon
Dude,
from the US.
It's just the receiver for their teleportation technology.
It's just it's just a little blowy uppy. Ooh woo.
Yeah, we have Zelna Graph says the Black Knight is really the shit that came out of TechProtect's ass. Hey yo, true.
Two
Hop
sedans.
in here, pussy. Yeah, it's hop in here and talk your shit in the Discord, pussy.
How's your asshole? Has it recovered?
Dog. If I pass 2 sedans, I'm killing myself. Jaffe watches too much BBC porn. It's Don Vader. I know it's Don Vader. I can see your profile picture. There's no one else that would have that profile picture. It's the Dark Knight. Immediately equating dark to black is wild. This close to MLK Day, says Stick Solid. Did you celebrate MLK Day?
No, I don't.
What?
But I did learn about, because I saw it on my newsfeed. I did learn that they brought back the statue of MLK. Where it was originally before, I don't remember what took it down, actually, now I think about it. Was it because it wasn't because of BLM riots. No, it must have been something else.
Who knows?
I know the BLM riots, they took down some of the Civil War leaders. I know that.
Yeah.
But I don't remember why the MLK statue was taken down, actually. Let me go check why. I remember it was taken down at one point.
Yeah.
Like, it was like...
If
it was
you're
like ruined in some way.
I don't know if you're with the culture, Grim. I know you're darker than I am, but I feel like you're very whitewashed. Do you know what the day on is?
Nice. No, it doesn't sound familiar. I apologize.
The day on is on MLK, right? People go out and they do volunteer work. They do food drives. They go to food banks. They clean up neighborhoods. And it's been like a thing going on, I think, for the past like 40 or 30 something years.
That's wholesome.
So you celebrate, what he was teaching, and you say, "Oh, do this."
Yeah, peace. Yeah.
And now that I made a nice note about MLK, let's talk about the dark side of of Martin Luther King. Now that we're a little bit away from the day, how many days has it been? 2 days?
It was damaged in a 2025 tornado. That's what it was.
Okay. So it ain't shit. Did you ever hear that the reason why you hear more about MLK in the U.S. versus like Malcolm X is because a lot of MLK's message was kind of like redacted, like his perspectives on changing the way the government works were kind of tamed down by the U.S. government to be like, "Oh yeah, just relax, just chill, be peaceful, do that." But apparently, and this is just a conspiracy theory. I'm not the one making this. I'm referencing it. In person, a lot of his speeches were more like, you have to do what is necessary to get the change you want. You have to be the change that you want to see in your community. Stand up against violence and defend yourselves with the equal amount of violence if needed, right?
So basically Malcolm X's message.
Yeah, like Malcolm X, right? But the reason, the only speech you hear about when it comes to MLK is
giving him a dress.
I had a dream that one black boy and one white girl can drink from the same lollipop dispenser. That's the only thing that comes in, because they're like, oh, it teaches the kids of the next generations to be submissive, to be demure, to be a little bit more passive.
Really? Where did you hear this?
And this is I don't know the name of this person, but apparently she's like an African American history professor somewhere in like the eastern U.S.
Okay.
And she's trying to article all of his speeches from like testimony of people that were there at his like little conventions, his little meetings, his Comic-Cons. But But you never hear anything else about MLK. Like in the history books, it's, the address. Oh, I'm a black boy, one white girl. And that's it. Right? What other speeches do you know about MLK? He gave hundreds of these every year.
So, like, I knew about the Birmingham address.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only one they ever teach you in school, though, isn't it? Right?
That is literally
like, that is literally the only one, or that I'm aware of, at least. Maybe I've seen others, but I just don't know the names of those, like, specific speeches. Like, if you showed me, like, a photograph or, like, a video of it, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I remember that. But other than that, I only remember Birmingham. Like, that's the only one that really sticks out to me the most. But then again, that's what made him revolutionary, in my opinion, or made him more memorable. Like, that was, like, the turning point for everybody. No? Like, would you not agree with that?
Yes, it was a turning point.
Like, that's a peak,
but
I guess you could say.
We should identify, there was, like, already a substantial support within the U.S. for what MLK was preaching, right?
Well, yeah, compared to fucking Malcolm X, Malcolm was...
Well, no, assuming...
a little bit more extreme.
What I'm saying is, like, the equality for black people, white people in the Americas, right, in the United States, was already, like, a 35 to 45% approval rating in most states, right? In the South, obviously not. Obviously, that wasn't it. But in the largest population areas, it was like, yeah, that's normal. Why the fuck would I? Why would I go against my black neighbor, dog? That's the homie from like I see him at the grocery store all the time. We're at the hardware store together.
But it's also the normalization that was brought up by JFK. JFK brought up a lot of normalization between like him and MLK. Like they actually had like a relationship where they could actually speak with each other. They were actually seen in public together as well. But it was nothing compared to like how it was in the previous presidency, like Lyndon B. Johnson, I believe, where he was just full blown racist. Like now he didn't specifically say fuck MLK. I hate that guy, but he definitely never fucking spoke about him, addressed him, treated him like a second class citizen. Like it was basically just like a. Yeah, the MLK guy exists. What the fuck ever. Let's talk about white people, because white people's really what really matters right now, guys. Like, let's talk about America. Vietnam, like really big deal, guys. Yeah.
Sticksaw says MLK was a rapist. I don't know if that's true. I don't know that much.
That's
crazy. What I do know,
I remember hearing about him cheating on his wife. I've heard that.
But like that's an interesting theory. What if it comes out this year or next year? Like this lady does her research and she finds like a speech that was recorded from MLK that's like, fuck the white man. He needs to be beat like we were. He needs to be shown his lesson.
And saying it like Trump.
Just like Trump. That would blow my fucking mind. But like MLK versus Malcolm X. You've been watching a lot of Malcolm X stuff, right? You've been interested in it.
I don't know why I've been obsessed with him.
He's had some pretty powerful speeches that don't get taught in the U.S. at all, right?
Nope. There's a reason for it, because I'll be honest with you. I've heard some of the speeches that he's given, and unfortunately, the wrong people can take what he says and then turn it on its head. For example, one of the things that he mentioned that he really pushed on the most was like he believed in separation of blacks and whites. Like that's his words, essentially. Yeah. Like he wants to have a whole country dedicated to African Americans because they don't know where their lineage is back in Africa. They don't know if they're Ugandan or they're fucking from Madagascar or from. They don't know anything. They don't even know what their last name is, which is why he took on X as his last name, right? Because he doesn't have he doesn't want to have a slave name. He doesn't know what his actual last name is, right? So he actually agreed with the idea of like, all right, black people should be separate from all white people and they should have their own country. They should have their own rights. They should be able to do their own thing. Okay, well, what happens if you take that kind of language and use it now? Well, you're going to have people who are white supremacists who are going to reinforce that. Or are going to be like, yeah, actually, you know what? We should get rid of them. We should fucking get them out and have them make their own country. In fact, we'll do it right now. Malcolm was right. Like that's the horrible thing about that. You don't want to give more ammo to those people, right? The people who are who want separation of race, right? Who don't want to work towards like a better future where we could have everybody in this melting pot. The beauty of the United States,
The chat's telling us that we're not invited to the cookout.
What?
We're two brown people. We're what do you mean?
Fucking what? Bro, what the fuck?
We're making the carne asada, okay? And then the black homies are invited. Of course, obviously. I am taking Jaffe with me, says Lizzie, to the cookout. Oh, well, yeah, I think Jaffe's invited to the cookout. Jaffe likes to, well, I'll keep that story for when he comes back. But Jeffy likes
What?
black people. He likes black people. There's
same.
there's these black YouTubers that do like video game conversations, and he fucking loves to hop on their fucking podcast, and he's just like, yeah, dude, I can't believe the hair physics in Red Dead Redemption 2 online multiplayer, whatever the fuck is like. It's so bad for black people hair. And it's like, yeah, dude, it fucking sucks. And it's a whole fun conversation. Tech, you look whiter than Eric. LOL. Because I'm half white.
Yeah.
I'm
well,
half
I
white.
am full-blown Hispanic, so I got that on top of Tech. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kinda
Where'd you
one-upping
grow
him.
up? Was it fucking Miami? Was it Florida?
No.
Wait,
No.
where'd you grow up?
Connecticut.
What? You're white as fuck. What do you mean, Connecticut?
No, that doesn't make me white. All right, first and foremost.
Connecticut.
Yeah, connect. I cut.
Oh, yeah. A place where the people where you come from can't pronounce the fucking place. You think a Colombian is saying Connecticut properly? No, they're not, dog.
Connecticut.
Yeah, Connecticut. That's like,
Walmart.
that's like being a fucking Mexican born in Nebraska. Like, all right, dog, chill.
Okay.
Holy shit. Grim is a wasp. True. I learned that word
Oh, what?
yesterday.
What does wasp mean? Hold on. What?
White Anglo-Saxon person, I think. Yeah. I think Jaffe told me that yesterday. Dog,
That's a real thing.
I grew up in Mexico, motherfucker. Like I'm a dual citizen.
Hold up. You didn't even ask about like my history of my life, okay? I was taught Spanish first because I had to go to fucking
Same.
preschool in Puerto Rico.
Same.
Yep, I had to go to preschool in Puerto Rico. I went through first, second, I believe, and third grade in Colombia. I don't remember, I'll be honest, it's been so long ago. And then I came to the United States and I had to learn English because my family was worried that I would know more Spanish than English, and then, that defeats the purpose of being an American, right? Like, you need to know fucking English. So for, like, majority of my life, I either had, like, a New York accent, because I was also raised in New York, or I was gonna end up with, like, why did you say, like, the majority of my fucking life, right? I was gonna be but now I'm a No Sabo kid.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
What my parents
I do just know Spanish.
My parents brought me to Mexico in 1999 because my dad was like, Y2K is scary. We don't want to be in the U.S. when that happens. And so we went to the fucking jungles of Aguascalientes, Mexico, to ride out Y2K. All right. I grew up learning Spanish as the first language. We came back to the States.
Same.
When I was in school in the U.S., they had to put me in speech therapy because I talk like this with the kids. And they're
That's
like,
what I was afraid of.
I had a teacher sit me down and say, hey, little TechProtect, the way you speak is offensive. And I was like, what do you mean? Okay.
Offensive is crazy as fuck. There's no way.
They said, you look a little different the way you're speaking. And they thought, because they didn't meet my parents yet, they were like, did you grow up in like a rougher neighborhood? Are your friends little brown boys and little brown girls? Is that why you speak this way? Huh? You watch a lot of like the TV, the telenovelas,
They're
or whatever.
fucking Mexicans.
Dog! And they were like,
mames.
so they put me in speech therapy for 2 years to get like remove the accent, right?
So they treated you like Denmark.
like Denmark. I was the Mexican Denmark, which is funny
Yo,
because the other half,
Denmark.
the other half of my history is Danish. My mom is my mom is Danish.
What are the chances?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the fuck? Are you making this up? Are you being serious?
My mom's family is from Denmark. They immigrated to the U.S. My great grandfather, whatever, was like a known general in like the Danish military. He won this He won this like big prize because he like did something really cool or whatever, and they give him a ton of money. And he was like, okay, and he sold it. Came to the U.S., opened a textile mill in the South. He moved to a nice big house in California, and that's where my wife's side of the family comes from, right? And then twin protect, true. And my dad and my mom, they met because my dad was like, hey, what's up, thick white lady? But he didn't speak any English. There was a
Real quick as well, if you guys have genuine questions that you want to ask either Tech or I, like while we're here, because if not, Jaffe's gonna fucking come in and fucking he's gonna motorboat and fucking talk like crazy as he normally does. This is the time. The like $10 dodo. Ask us a question. We're an open book.
Yeah.
Okay. Tech and I have had like a lot of personal conversations. We were just talking about our lives. We were like, oh yeah, this happened to me and shit like that.
So I
was rambling.
I grew up in a Mexican household in Mexico. Spanish was my first language. I learned the Mexican national anthem before I learned the Pledge of Allegiance.
What?
Yeah.
Go do it.
No. I forgot it since then. I had to do
You
it for school.
forgot it? Oh my god!
We had to do it in school. This is like fucking what? I'm 29 now.
I forgot the Columbia
This
one.
is
I'll
like
be real.
24, 25 years ago. You know, it's a long time. So we moved back to the U.S. and I grew up being the fucking like ostracized kid. It's like, you're too white to join the Mexican kids, and it's like, you sound too fucking brown to hang out with us and talk about Pokemon. So
This ain't it, Holmes. This ain't right.
Yeah, dog.
I was so now I know I said I was raised in Connecticut. I wasn't really like raised there. Like
so white.
I was there for like a couple years. Like half of my life was spent here in Florida. Now majority of my life almost. And the other half of my life was spent in North Carolina. North Carolina, I literally lived in the most tiniest fucking city. Or not even city, it was a fucking town. It was like a population of like I think like 5,000 people. Like we all knew each other essentially. And I grew up with the same people essentially. And like that's where it started, like my accent went from like New Yorker down to just like more southern, but then it started becoming neutral, like what it is now essentially. Like how I sound now is essentially how it became. But I was literally raised by Mexicans. Like I was surrounded by Mexicans. Everyone around me, Mexican. Like my best friend was Mexican. My the girl that I dated when I was like in middle school, which isn't much, but still, she was Mexican. Like my teachers, they were Mexican. My mom's best friends, they were Mexican. People that lived with us, they were also Mexican. Like bro, like I'm not gonna say I'm fully in tune with the Mexicans. All right, I'm not gonna say that. But
we're adopted.
Half of my life has been spent with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I grew up in primarily Mexican and black neighborhoods. Right. One of my nicknames growing up, because my friends, my closest friends, were like black kids. Right. Was LWN. I'd show up to like the homie's house and we'd have like dinner. We play video games like on the Wii, and their dad would come by. He's like, "Is that the little white? Is that my little white right here? Is that what's going on? Hey, what up, little white? Hey, dog." That's who I grew up with. All right, that's.
Wait, you said LWN?
Yeah, little white.
Yeah, what's the last one? What's
Nephew.
the N stand for?
Nephew.
Oh, what's going on, nephew? What's going on with you,
little
nephew?
white nephew? Yeah, sure, it's a nephew.
It's
Yeah.
ninja.
Like the high school I graduated from, we had 2.5 white people. I was the half white person. Right? Class of like 900 people or whatever. It was just there we go. The one white guy. The one half white guy.
You're not real.
Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. You can't judge a book by its cover, but you can judge the book by the cover, you know?
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
So like when I was in North Carolina, I was raised like basically by Mexicans. When I came to Florida, that's when I actually like met black people for the first time, which is crazy to say because like where I'm from, North Carolina, just to make this clear, North Carolina, I learned this like way afterwards, by the way. Like I think during high school I learned this.
Yeah.
Apparently North Carolina is where the KKK started. I did not know that for the longest time while I was living over there. I experienced racism in my life when I was a kid, and especially when I got older. But never North Carolina. I experienced it more here in Florida, funny enough. So like I was raised in a small area, bunch of Mexicans, no issue. When I came here and I started hanging out with black people more, I actually started experiencing racism myself. Not only because I was around them and they would, people would call them, name the slur, but they would call me the same, something similar to, whatever they would call Mexican or whatever they call like just Hispanics in general, right? Like spick and span, right? Yeah. Like that's what I always heard, never understood. And then like a year later, I decided to look up what it meant because I thought it was just Hispanic for short. And I was dead wrong. That's a full-blown slur towards Hispanic, so that's nice.
Yeah.
That was called that my entire life.
I had that exact slur thrown my way, but they were very creative in Vegas. All right, they'd call me the SS kid, right? And it's like, oh, because he's like one of the only white people in a predominantly like brown and black community, right?
Uh-huh.
And SS stood for secret spicy, but without the Y. Oh, he's a secret, Yeah, so that's what I was getting growing up, except by the homies. I was a little white nephew.
White nephew? Come on, nephew!
Hey,
I love that,
Jaffe,
bro.
what slurs were you called growing up? Also, the first time I met a Jewish person was when I was like 20 years old. Never have I ever met a Jewish person until I was 20.
Just letting you know, the call is Friday at 11:30.
Okay.
The guy said he watched 20 minutes and he had to turn it off because his kid came in the room and he's like, I'm not watching this with my fucking kid. he needs like another day. I said, fine.
Get fucked.
And he also said, and it reminds me when we had pizza sent to us when we were doing the Haunted Hotel.
Yeah.
He's had 3 people call claiming to represent Keemstar already. And I'm like, Keemstar hasn't even said we're doing this. He's like, I'm just telling you, these are the people you're dealing with. And I'm like, I said, was it from shows? He says, I don't fucking know. So I don't know if if Xylee did a bid or any of these people did a bid or it was like a fan. Like
the
when
fans of
they
the LCU are reaching out to lawyers in our area.
Mm-hmm.
That's
awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. I said, well, that's what
That's
you're going to
funny.
get into if this happens. So put that into your formula of if this is worth doing, because that's probably the least of the problems you're going to have. He says, okay. He doesn't care. The money's the same. So
Jaffe, how much hate did you get growing up for being Jewish?
well, I wasn't Jewish, but
Well, the look.
Very little.
How do you look Jewish?
Well, the nose.
Well, there's a cultural Jewish Sephardic Semitic, and my dad was Jewish and my mom wasn't, but I got the nose and everything. Not the big massive Jew nose,
not the
but,
grim nose, but
no, I mean
Okay.
Jews
All
in
right.
that region of the world. We've talked about this historically.
Yeah.
Large noses. It's not a bad thing. I don't look at it as a bad thing.
Like, I swear to God, like I've never looked at somebody and at least, yeah, like I don't even think even like as I am now, like I never looked at somebody who was like, oh yeah, you look Jewish. I don't know. Like I see as crazy as it sounds, I see all white people the same.
Yeah, I mean that's fine because if you were raised with a lot of like, I grew up in a nice area, a suburb of Birmingham, Alabama, and in that area there was, such as it was, a large Jewish population, but it was still dwarfed by the WASPs and the white Christians. And
I just learned what that is.
right, and so in that you could distinguish. It's like, oh, that person looks, with the little tiny nose and the blonde hair. There's more of a Nordic vibe going on there, I guess. But anyway, yeah. So, but I didn't really ever get any slurs for that at all, or anything really.
That's good.
Chris for $5 says, "Did you guys know Ethiopians are Semitic?"
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea.
How does that work?
Historically, I think there was like a section of them that like migrated south, like from the Middle East down to Africa.
Are they basically like the black Israelites? Is that what it is?
Yeah, a little bit. Also,
That's why Ethiopia has very little food now, though, because it's like, it's okay, you take it. I'm good. No, I'm good. I don't want any.
Right. Red Sheets Metal says, Jaffe, if it's just the nose, you can just say. He said, if it's just the nose, you can just tell them that you're Italian. I don't know if I told you this. When my dad first met my mom's family, because my mom's family is racist, right? They hate brown people.
Okay.
My mom told my dad, when we get there, tell them you're Italian. Don't say you're Mexican. And my dad's like, my name's David. Like, what do you mean? Do you see what I look like? I'm brown. And then
protect.
So I guess for the first like year and a half after meeting my mom's family, my dad was like the Italian boyfriend. Yeah, because being Mexican was way worse.
Is that bad?
Yeah. I think I said it here recently. When I went to see my mom, her viewing, my mom's older brother asked me if I prayed for her after she died. I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, you better pray fucking twice because your dirty Mexican blood ain't gonna fucking reach God the first time. Like that was I hadn't seen this guy since I was 4 years old or something. And the next time I saw him at 25, that's what he said.
Did you finally go, well, who do you think made the Mexicans, you son of a bitch? I mean, if you really believe in God, this idea that
he would have said Beelzebub or something. He would have been like, well, that's a demonic force down past the border.
Fun. Jesus H.
Yeah, maybe the reason people didn't come at me with like anti-Semitic insults or anything like that was they just had enough experience with me to know that I would destroy them and make them look like morons. It's like, you want to talk about religion? You want to say the Jews are bad? I'm like, yeah, it's all bad.
I don't know.
I would lay into Christianity, Judaism.
Yeah, but I
Islam.
imagine they would look at you and be like, he's already dealing with enough. We don't have to go there.
Either way,
He's in Alabama.
I've never had
Peaceful.
that traditional getting bullied. I got bullied once and I beat the shit out of the guy. I'm not even fucking with you. I was very young though. It wasn't like I was like 20.
Tough guy.
I got bullied once and I did. And people saw it. It was in a public place and that was it. It stopped. And if I ever had kids that were bullied, I told that to them. I'm just like, draw back and knock the shit out of them. And then you're done. It's over. And I don't care if you get expelled, but only if they're picking on you first. Don't go looking for it.
You're getting bullied in the chat, Jaffe. Embers Arcade says, Jaffe, the only thing you regularly destroy is a quarter pounder with cheese.
I don't eat quarter pounders. There's meat.
Yeah, Jaffe doesn't eat meat, so it's a little off. A triple buttered fucking grilled cheese though. Yeah, that's up Jaffe's alley.
That hits the spot, baby. That hits the spot. And by the way, let's be clear. I'm not saying when you're talking about like Alpha Jaffe, I'm not saying because I'm some tough guy. You may or may not be surprised depending on if you've been in a fight before, and I've only been in 2. A lot of times the winner is the one who gets the other person by surprise, right? It wasn't that I was stronger. He just didn't see it coming. He should have seen it coming because he had been a dick.
Punched him?
Oh, fuck yeah. Right in the goddamn fucking face.
Yeah, Jaffe's short. Remember that. Jaffe was a little guy growing up.
Yeah, I was aiming for his stomach. I just couldn't, I was jumping, right? Over jumped.
Yeah.
But
no, we can't all be like you, Grim, at 6'4". All right, dickhead.
Hold up. I'm not 6'4". Calm the fuck down.
Okay, all right. Check your bio on YouTube. It says 6'4".
No.
I will say I don't know if you guys have noticed this. One of the whether it's good or bad, I can't decide. It's probably bad. Things of doing streaming a lot. Like I stream all the time. That I talk to everybody and anybody now. I was like walking last night and this guy walked past me and he was really tall and I just stopped. I said, good God, you're tall. What's that like? And I never would have done that 5 years ago. And it wasn't that I was trying to be friendly. It's just that the filter that used to exist between what I want to say and what I say, decimated. It's gone, and most people are okay with it. Most people are happy to talk about it. But this guy was like 6'7", and I was like, Jesus, fuck you. Back pain. He says it's just regular to me. He says it used to be great for sports, but now I just hit my head on a lot of things. I'm like, okay.
I would agree. Once you start being like in the public eye and you're streaming and stuff, it's more so. For me, it's not some.
100 people watching us. We ain't in the public.
100 people multiple days a week. All right. Anyways,
we might be in the public's butthole.
I don't know if it's the filter that's gone, but I like talking to people at like the grocery store now because like, oh, this could be an interesting story for the stream. I might get a nice reaction out of somebody. At the grocery store, the lady was talking about like, oh yeah, I'm from Nicaragua, right? And the white guy she was telling this to at the register,
I remember the story.
He was, well, no, this is a different story because it happened like a couple days ago. The clerk is like, oh, and he says like N-word agua, but he mispronounced it, and it just sounded like him saying the N-word, soft A. And she goes, and I was like, dude.
I thought you were gonna mention the story where the guy was his name was Jose, but he sounded like a total white girl or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, I'll tell that.
For you guys
$10.
To never do the 6-7 thing ever again. Also, you guys are my favorite show.
Woo! Jaffe, go ahead.
Well, first off, thank you. Talk to Lizzie. We appreciate that. Very, very kind and generous. Thank you, buddy. No, if you're talking about the Ralphs down the road.
Sure, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that store is where I encountered that fucking crazy lady that I've told you this, where I'm going around the whatever, the aisles with the cart.
Yeah.
And I hear, not my captain, not my captain, not my captain. Like, what the remember this? I told you, she's like
I
big
don't know
lady.
the story.
I come around not my captain, not my captain. I come around because I'm looking for stuff to bake cakes with, and it's the cereal aisle. And she's standing in front of the Captain Crunch cereal, punching one of the boxes, going, not my captain, not my captain, not my captain.
Did she have like a camera and she's like recording herself doing this?
She was like 70 with a moo-moo.
Yeah.
Big fat lady, not my captain. And I'm sitting there kind of going, okay, well, I can keep going straight and pass her and run the risk / joy of an interaction with this person. or maybe decide I'm not going down this aisle. And by the time I even had that thought, the grocery store people were coming up. It's like, ma'am, are you okay? Can we help you? Like, not my captain. Punching the shit out of that fucking Captain Crunch box. Crazy shit, man. Love the grocery.
I feel like that grocery store in particular is just prime and ready for people to have like mental breakdowns, just because like the nature of the neighborhood. It's like all these fucks with like a ton of money that are just like, they're like, my day is so boring. I'm just gonna do something different.
Yeah, not my captain. That's how you spend your day.
Yeah. So
Jeff's gonna do one of these.
I'm the captain.
Oh, Captain by Captain.
Yeah. By the way, fun fact for my autism: Captain Crunch used to only have 3 stripes on his uniform, which means he wasn't actually a captain. He was like a commander in the Navy.
That means he was badass because he basically took a demotion, didn't even change his.
I'm still Captain Crunch. Yeah, and then someone like made a TikTok about it, and they were like, "Oh fuck, they're right," and they changed it. And now he has the 4 stripes. But look, that grocery store was the same place where there was a lady trying to pay with her fucking like tap to pay on her phone, and it was getting declined. And I was like, fuck, maybe I'll pay for this lady's groceries. And I'm pulling out my fucking card and shit, and she starts yelling, no, I'm not broke. And she like pulls up her banking app, and there's like $3 million in her fucking account. And she's like, it should work. And she's like, okay, well, did you put your PIN in correctly? Yeah. And she like tried it again, and it worked. And I was like, oh yeah, see, okay, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you ever been to New York?
I've been
next
to New York.
to you know Juilliard, the art school.
Yeah.
There's a grocery store next to it. They have tap to pay, but it means something totally different. Like you can get your groceries if you just do a little routine. It's the same word. Same word. Shut up, Grim. They can't all be winners. Okay, you got to throw out your luck lines. Sometimes they're gonna work. Sometimes they're not.
Yeah,
that's
you miss 100% of the shots you don't make.
That's why we do this Penny Annie show in the morning, so the afternoon show that we do on different channels will soar because we get that one did well, that one did well. Move that over there.
Grim,
this is kind of like opening mic.
Is there a lot of hot ladies where you live, Grim? Hot women, wealthy women.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know if you're. I always assume you live in Miami, but I don't know if you actually live in Miami.
I don't. No, I don't live anywhere near Miami. No.
I have a great grocery store story.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. I sent my assistant to buy groceries, and she told me the story. So I wasn't there.
Tell us.
But no, I'm kidding. I don't go out to the grocery store anymore. I shop online. They bring it to me.
Yeah.
Bring me my food. Bring me my
Bring it to me.
Did you make your grocery order today, by the way? We should do that.
No, I need to.
Okay.
I got your list.
Yeah.
All right, it reminds me whenever Jaffe was telling Tech to just like go fetch my yogurt. No, take this yogurt. Bring it back.
Well, look, when you bring me yogurt out of the goodness of your heart, but it's the shit flavor, and he knows the blueberry yogurt is crap. It's only the strawberry yogurt that's
no,
good.
it's
I
good.
want strawberry. Give me
strawberry. Don't fucking bring me that shit.
Be gone, heathen. What was the story? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut off.
Yeah, your assistant that went to the grocery store.
I will tell you, I did go to the grocery store when I've told, I don't know if I've told it on a LolCow show, but when I'd gotten divorced and I was reading this book called The Mystery Method or The Game or whatever, because I hadn't been out on the dating market and stuff. And I'm like, all right, by a pickup artist. And I'm like, okay, let me read this. And it was by a guy who infiltrated that culture. It wasn't like how to be a pickup artist, right? But he wrote it for Rolling Stone. He made it into a book. It was really fascinating. But he said the weird thing was a lot of these tips and tricks actually worked. He said these guys were deplorable, but some of these things actually worked. And I'm like, you know what? I just got divorced. I'm freshly divorced. I'm in the cookie aisle, and there's this beautiful blonde woman.
Cookie aisle.
Well, no, because it was the Christmas season, and it's the beautiful, beautiful blonde woman in the cookie aisle. And I'm like, I know how to make cookies, but I'm going to pretend I don't, and I'm going to ask her for her advice. And I'm like, I'm just going to go up to this woman who usually I would probably feel very intimidated by, and follow some of these tips. And the minute I start to do it, this fat fucking lady comes around the corner and injects herself into the conversation. And I'm like, lady, I don't really need to know how to make cookies, you fuck. But it's one of those things where she's like, you know, when you have an unattractive woman cock block you, because it's like, I don't like that my attractive friend or whatever is getting the shine. Yeah. I'm like, lady, I don't really give a fuck about making cookies. I want to fucking fuck this lady here. That's all it's about. But she's like, well, let me tell you, don't bake at 350. I'm like, really? Really? Fuck.
Let me tell you, Joe, bacon 350.
And don't use Pam. Use butter. Be real about it. Don't use.
Don't be a pussy. Shut up, pussy. It's actually Billy's mom or grandma.
Yeah. Well, they only those are standard aisles. It's not a double wide aisle, so it's not going to be Billy's mom.
No.
Yeah.
I was and I was just so frustrated 'cause she was really cute and yeah, she thought I really wanted to cook, Lizzie. That's right.
Yeah.
You're goddamn right.
He was trying to cook.
Yeah.
Couldn't cook.
Cooking.
But I mean, I took the fat bitch home and fucked her. But the point is the blonde one was the one I wanted. But, beggars can't be choosers, I say.
Bro, straight up said, I'll take what I can get.
And to her credit, the next morning we got up and she made a goddamn good snickerdoodle. That's the fucking
great
truth.
cook. Great cookie after some snooky.
You got a good cookie after some cookie. Yeah.
Okay, that was my joke, and you just said it softer than I did. Pussy. Jaffe, do you miss video rental places? Because I imagine that's where you would made all your small talk. Is at a Blockbuster.
Well, I
Red box.
as you remind me often. So I
Your
miss
generation.
the mom and pop video stores. Like I came up before. Like I went to a record store that sold the first videos that were $99, and about a year and a half later, from friends, Courtney Cox's dad, who lived in our neighborhood, and she lived in our neighborhood, they opened the first video rental store in Birmingham, and we would drive there, and Courtney Cox, would rent me movies every Friday, and then we got
porn
one.
star?
No, she's on Friends, man. She's a famous actress.
Courtney Cox.
Yeah. And then she went to my high school. And
oh,
then,
COX, not COCK.
Yeah. And then though we got one in our neighborhood video showcase and I fucking loved it. But by the time Blockbuster was a thing, I was already like in college. But yeah, I loved renting videos. I loved it. I don't have nostalgia for Blockbuster like a lot of younger people do because it was so by the time you're an adult, it just looks like corporate slop to me. But mom and pop video stores, going Friday after school with your mom and dad and renting movies for the weekend. Oh, fuck yeah. It was awesome.
You grew up with Courtney Cox?
I only knew her as the lady who rented my videos to me. She was like 3 years older. So we never were like walking the halls together, but she went to my high school and I was a 9th grader, or 10th grader, whatever, when I started. And she had just graduated like a year or two after.
The girl from Scream and Friends and Cougar Town and Ace Ventura.
Yes.
And you met Spielberg and he like looked at one of your like
What are the
movie things you were
chances?
doing.
Yes.
Johnny, what the fuck is your life, dude? Holy shit. Oh, it's just always like a big event, whatever. Yeah, I was given so many awards for the games I made. Yeah, they put me on the committee.
Obama. No big deal.
Yeah, I met Obama. That's a true story.
I've never met Obama.
I did.
Like to meet Obama.
I met Obama.
How'd you meet Obama?
He came to my high school to do like a little like, we're here for the Hispanic people. Yeah, we are. We're here for
we're for Hispanics.
We're here
Are you
for
sure you
the
love
Browns?
Roosevelt? That doesn't sound anything like Obama.
I don't
Tech.
sound like Obama. I'm not going to appropriate his black voice. All right, the king. I know Grimm did, but he's racist, so it's fine.
What? I never.
Anyways.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, I met
Why
Obama.
would you say that?
I also met Vicente Fernandez. I performed music for Vicente. That was one of the biggest accomplishments of my life. I like that guy. Right below meeting your daughter.
Senile as fuck. And she thinks I do a fucking stream every morning on LCU with Osama bin Laden.
Who,
She's
Tracy?
like, I thought we killed that.
I thought we
man."
killed him.
Yeah. Tracy Montgomery's in the chat, by the way. She
Oh god.
she said, "I don't know what's happening faster: the earthquakes in California or Jaffe's eye twitch."
Get out of here, you fucking transphobe.
Yeah, get out of here! I thought you were gonna stop at before phobe. I was like, "Holy shit, Jaffe, what a turn!"
That lady lost all good faith with me after she said what she said about the trans community. Fuck her.
Yeah. Wow, techno's a piece of pop culture. Just that one. Just that one.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. That's the most you're gonna get out of him.
Tech, your erection is showing. I do this thing where I like to watch as much movies as I can, like in my free time. And I'm trying to get a little bit more into the culture of movies and film, and I've been watching older movies and they fucking suck, Jaffe. Older movies are fucking
Oh no,
trash.
it's because I come out there and I'm like, well, what are you watching? Oh, I'm watching something on Netflix, like some C-rate movie with Liam Neeson doing action stuff. After he should have stopped at that. I have a certain set of skills movie, whatever it was, where he was going
Yeah,
after his
Taken.
daughter. Taken. Now he just does them all the time, and that's what you're watching. You were watching some Jason Statham movie the other day. That guy's a B-level version of The Rock. If you want to watch a good movie that's old, watch No Country for Old Men, or watch and that movie is freaky as fuck, or watch The Warrior.
I saw
the
Aaron
MMA movie.
Aaron
Tom Hardy.
Brockovich, right?
That movie's okay.
That movie was
It's got
okay.
It's got one great scene.
Yeah,
I was actually-
Pulp Fiction. Not a good movie. It's just okay. It's like a
It's
normal
good.
film.
It's not as good as Django. Not as good
not
as
as good as
Oh, okay,
Django.
obviously.
Not as
Yes,
good as
yes, okay,
Inglourious
obviously.
Bastards. American
Yeah.
Gangster, another great movie with Denzel when he shoots that guy in
Denzel.
the head.
Oh,
Gangs
Oh.
of New York, another great movie.
You know what's
Chad-
another one?
my favorite movie
You know
of
what?
all
We're
time.
gonna fuck it. Hey, chat. If we get how much time do we have left? 30 minutes. If we get 30 members, I will do a movie night in the Discord and I'll watch movies with you
I thought
guys.
you're not allowed to do
I don't
that.
give a fuck, dude. I need money. I saw Braveheart. Braveheart's not great. It's just
Braveheart.
okay.
That's the Mel Gibson
the racist
movie?
guy,
Mel
Gibson.
Gibson.
Yep.
Yeah. You said the racist guy? That's like most.
Yeah,
fucking
that's
actors.
how I remember him.
And, Training
Uh,
Day is another.
Training Day. Oh,
12
hold
Years
up.
a Slave. Braveheart.
Crazy take. I think I would say 99% of Denzel Washington movies are just good. He makes them good. Equalizer, I hate the Equalizer
I
series, like the
love
story,
the movie.
but it's good because of Denzel.
The
Yeah.
movie Equalizers are fucking great. Fucking great.
Yeah. I think it's a stupid plot, and the whole point of it is stupid, but because it's Denzel, he makes it look good. That's just a
I like
reality.
that Jaden in the chat is calling the Scorsese film The Casino. It's not The Casino. It's
just
not
Casino.
The Big Bird. It's not The Cookie Monster. It's not The Casino. It's Casino.
Yep.
Castaway was just okay.
That was just okay. Yeah. If we're allowed to do movie nights and we can make money off them, then fuck yeah. Every $10, we'll put your movie on a wheel. We'll watch 3 movies this weekend in the Crypt Discord.
Fuck it. Yeah, let's do that.
Dude, you'd be a really good movie to watch to actually get like everyone's take, because I know a lot of people see this movie differently, especially because of your age range. Sometimes your age determines like how you see this movie. Fences with Denzel Washington.
I know it.
Oh, yeah.
Holy,
I've
yeah.
seen the play. I haven't seen the film.
Oh, dude, it won awards, especially because what's the name of the female lead? Oh my God, what is her name?
Well,
Miss Cox
was famous for. James Earl Jones was in the Broadway version, but the woman, I don't remember who. Viola Davis.
Viola Davis.
I currently have
Viola
3
Davis.
movies that are on my next to do list. Right. I asked the chat which one you want me to watch because I'm gonna watch it tonight. The first one is Radio.
Oh,
Radio.
good
Oh.
movie. I remember watching Radio. Good film.
I've not seen Radio, but it's on the list.
Dr. Lizzie, welcome to Cash Cow. Thank you for upgrading your membership. We appreciate you. We'll see you on the Discord.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. The Irishman.
Good but long.
Is it?
That's Irishman. Is that
that's Scorsese with the Jimmy Hoffa where they de-age De Niro and Pacino.
Yep. Okay,
and Joe
yeah.
Pesci. And it's good. I like it, but I don't think it's like I think that's like you watch it and you appreciate it, and there's some amazing scenes. But if you're gonna watch a Scorsese gangster mafia movie, I wouldn't watch. I mean, Goodfellas is the standard bearer. There's
Classic.
that movie's amazing.
And then the
great.
last one, which I think is the one I was gonna go with, is Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood, and I went to school with that guy who directed it, John Singleton, who's dead now. Also made the remake of Chef.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
Who
that's what I'm
else?
saying. What the fuck?
John Singleton.
Yeah.
But anyway, though, that movie is like an after school special, and the only reason it got, and he was a good director, But the only reason it got the accolades it did is it was one of the first movies to really talk about that part of culture. And so a bunch of the limousine liberals were like, "Oh my God, it's so important. It's so important." But compared
Did
to
you
like
call
Do the
them
Right
limousine liberals?
Yeah. But compared to like Do the Right Thing, which was, I think, a much more honest, even though it was over the top, it had something more to say in a more clever way. But then again, by that point, Spike Lee had made a couple movies. This was Singleton's first film. Anyway, the point is, none of those movies are worth watching tonight if you're going to watch a movie. You don't watch Goodfellas. Watch No Country for Old Men. Watch Terminator 2. You know, these are all.
We have what's Begonia?
That's that new movie with Emma Stone, right? About the alien.
Oh, that movie that is.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Kayfabe, you want us to add that to the list? Is that a movie we're watching?
Well, I don't know if people want to do this game or not. If you guys want to do a movie night or a movie festival this weekend, it's 10. Once we get $100, we'll spin the wheel. $10 to put a movie on the wheel. If Kayfabe Queen wants Begonia, we'll put Begonia on the list. I'm not a limousine liberal, but that's because I grew up with no money. I've never seen The Wire. No.
Real quick, guys. We have somebody who is in members waiting who would like to be part of the conversation. Real quick.
Okay.
Y'all cool with it?
Who's this?
All right, I'll drag him in.
Well, who it is?
I can't read their name because it's in like streamer.
Oh, it's Clementi or whatever, right?
Oh,
Jaffe, you want to run the LCU, but you were late to your show today. That's not being a very good leader.
You know what's even being better is actually
the green right's hard, Jaffe.
Right. Can I say something to you now? Can I respond?
I like your green. It reminds me of Ireland.
Can I respond to your idiotic comment?
Of course, Jaffe.
Okay. Before you open your fucking gob to speak, know what the fuck.
My name is not Gob. My name is Calamity.
I was here on time. I left to take a phone call with my lawyers about the LCU.
Why couldn't your lawyer be on the panel with you?
Because it is attorney-client.
Also, they're not a cash cow to
this is a phone call. I'm on a phone call right now.
Get the fuck out of here, you fucking moron! That's all you have to offer is a fake Irish accent. Go eat it. Go home and get your fucking shine box.
You're home right now. You're not doing anything either.
Go home and get your fucking shine box.
Get your shine box.
I don't know what a shine box is. I'm not 50 years old.
Yeah. Well, you should be at least. Yeah. Did you kick him or he kicked himself?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't
know.
That guy was. Wait. Let me make sure I understand this. Was that supposed to be funny?
I don't know. It's Clementi, Clementi or something. They call it like Queens sometimes. But
I don't mind when people call in
chat.
Characters, but come on, man, up your game. You calling in with that? No, you got to have a bit down. You got to have a couple trapezes to jump to if the first joke didn't land, and it didn't. I'm just helping you out, pal.
We added
helping you out.
We added the movie to the wheel by Kayfabe Queen, Begonia. Excellent. I want to watch that too. We'll do that on Friday.
You know what's a movie? Another Denzel Washington film. You know what's a movie that I haven't seen in such a long time, but it's so memorable. Like everyone remembers watching this movie at least once.
Flight of the Navigator.
No.
Okay.
Remember the Titans.
Never seen it. I know what it is.
Is it the football movie?
Yeah, where the guy in the plane crash.
I've seen it.
Everyone has seen it. Oh my god! Or another good one would be oh my god, Man on Fire. Fantastic film. Fantastic
there was a
film.
Denzel movie where he had, it may have been called Deja Vu, where he had the device where he wore it and he could see like 5 minutes into the future or the past, and there was like the car chase where this side was seeing normal, but he was having to see where the murder was taking place with this side, and he was having to do a car chase while also.
It is called Deja Vu. You're right.
Yeah, it was excellent. He also made a film called Ricochet, which was a great fucking movie, and he obviously made Glory. We should just change this to LolCow Films.
I'm down.
Oh no,
LolCow film Cryptima, like cinema, but Cryptima.
I would watch. One's in the chat if you want to change this fucking Disney channel to LolCow Flicks or whatever the fuck we call it. And we talk movies, old, new, movie reviews. We do movie festivals. I would show up every day with bells on.
Yeah.
You know who I have fallen in love with as a director because of movie nights in my chat over on my channel is Sam Raimi. I've always liked Sam Raimi, but I didn't see Evil Dead 1, 2 until a month ago. And Evil Dead 2 is amazing. And just a few days ago, we watched Evil Dead 3, Army of Darkness, which was fucking excellent. And so he's got a new movie coming out in a couple of days or a couple of weeks. So yeah, I'd do a fucking movie show in a heartbeat. But again, how many people are watching this show right now, Tech? Like 104?
We have 416 people watching right now.
We do not. How many people are watching this fucking show?
Kayfabe Queen, welcome to Cash Cow. Woo!
Another cash cow.
Yeah, thank you so much, Queen. Thank you, buddy. Very, very generous. Thank you, buddy. Blind Side. The Blind Side was good. It was a little schmaltzy, but good.
I've never seen. Maybe I have. Maybe I've seen like small snippets of it because it looks familiar, but I've never actually seen it.
It's
like
where
from start to
Sandra
finish.
Bullock brings home the kid, and because he's walking in the rain, and she adopts him, and he plays football.
No, I'm aware. It's just like like I said, I've seen snippets of it, never seen it from start to finish. Like
And
ever.
then I think he ends up
like
having
sat down
sex
to watch
with
it.
her, and the husband leaves, and she dates him.
Okay, I didn't know about
I
that.
think I may have made up the last part, but it's still a really good movie.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Oh, the Book of Eli.
Oh,
I haven't
Look
seen
at
it.
Eli. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. Again, there's just something about Denzel. He has this ability to make bad movies look good. I did not like Book of Eli. I didn't like the idea of it or anything along those lines. But because it's Denzel, I have to like it. I have to like it. I love Denzel. Okay. Like the apocalyptic shit is so stupid to me. I don't know. None of it made sense to me either.
Are you a
like, I was so
DEI
confused.
movie watcher? Is that what you're saying? Anyways, Chris for $5
No,
says,
I just love Denzel.
my
I'll be
absolute
real.
favorite director nobody watches is Wes Anderson. He's a director.
Well-
Oh, he's a director's director. All his movies feel like you're reading a book. I
Like
do
enough
that.
Doom.
Well, okay. So first off, thank you for the super chat. But the other thing I will tell you on that is a lot of people watch Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson's one of the most famous film directors on the planet. But I don't particularly like him. Like I liked Rushmore, but I think his shtick kind of gets kind of old. Although somebody did make a God of War. What if God of War was directed by Wes Anderson?
Yeah.
And it's like it did like over 1 million views on the. It was like a viral thing for a while, and it was fucking hilarious. It was great. It was super on point. Wilson Pickett, the movie is not called Precious. It's called Precious, based on the novel Push by blah blah blah. That title made me want to jump out of a goddamn window. But Precious was a very depressing movie. Very good movie.
The boss like King Koopa. On the microphone, he flossed the ring. Super. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry
Nice
to distract
reference.
you.
No, So I'm curious if you guys have ever seen this movie. It's called Seven. Have you guys ever seen it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not okay. Look, maybe it's just an age thing. Okay, because like I
Okay.
literally learned about it not even like a month ago. I swear to God, didn't even know it existed. Didn't even know it existed. Whenever I saw snippets of it, I was like, is that Kevin Spacey? And I was like, I can't fucking identify him right now. He kind of looks vaguely like Kevin Spacey. Was it anywhere on any poster? Was it seen on like any like
He wasn't a big name though. Nobody knew who he was.
No. Apparently that's on purpose. Kevin Spacey, he's done it on 2 different films apparently because I looked into it as to why his name was not on the front of the film. He purposefully asked for his name to be removed off of everything.
That may be the case, but what I'm saying is it wasn't like Kevin Spacey then was Kevin Spacey in House of Cards. It was nobody would have gone to a movie for the most part because this was back in 1999.
Hold up. You think House of Cards is what made Kevin Spacey?
No, what I'm saying is Kevin Spacey was his first breakout role was The Usual Suspects, right? And then he did, I want to say he did a movie called K-Pax with Jeff Bridges or something where he
I
played
don't know
an
about
alien. But when Seven came out, which by the way, obviously Twisted Metal Black was heavily influenced by Seven. When that movie came out, it wasn't like when he appeared on the screen and he's like, in the police station and we know who he is now.
Yeah, and he's like,
people weren't
hands
like,
up and
oh my
everything.
Spacey. They were just like, he's the bad guy. Become Wrath, David. That was the
Yeah.
best.
I thought you were referencing the movie called I Am Number 4, which is way different than the movie 7.
Very different, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's different.
Yeah. Teens with superpowers.
But I've been really wanting to watch that film. There's like so many films that I want to watch that I know like some of the plot for. I don't know like the entirety of it, and I would just I would do because I know Morgan Freeman's in that film too, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
Morgan, I love his voice.
I the same thing. I haven't watched one of the movies, but I've seen so many clips on like TikTok or Instagram or whatever.
Yeah,
there's this one
ruins
movie. Chad, let me know if you know the name of the movie. We should play that game. I don't know what the fuck that game would be called, but
what?
My memory of a movie, like somewhat of the plot, and you tell me what the fucking movie is, and we'll see if it's right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Big, huge, burly black guy. He's in jail.
Jackson.
He's in jail, and he gives you the touch, and then like you're now healthy.
Hold up. No, Candyman is it? No, is it not Candyman?
No,
hold up. What
wait
am I
a
thinking of?
minute.
I don't know.
The Green Mile, or are you talking about?
I don't know. You can't. I'm not going to be able to tell you.
No, you're right. It is Green Mile. Yeah.
Is it Green Mile? Chad,
why am I
correct?
thinking Candyman?
Yeah. I'm looking up Green Mile.
Pretty sure it's Green Mile.
It is correct. Yep, Green Mile is the movie I'm thinking of.
Stephen King book, actually. And that guy was in God of War 2, by the way.
Was he?
He's dead now. What's the guy's name?
Does everyone revolve around Jaffe? Is that what's going on?
I know
that guy.
Yeah.
I was also going to tell you another one, which is kind of annoying. I'm just, Kevin Spacey was in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, says Lucky Tiger. Do you know who got him in that game?
Who?
Gina.
She
worked at Activision, and
he's also my son.
Yeah.
Gina is now like a huge Israel defender. Anyways,
show that she doesn't want to be on, but anyway, yeah.
Tech Solid says huge black guy in jail that touches you. Excellent clues, Tech. You're right. Another movie. I'm tired, Grandpa. That's too damn bad.
I actually don't know where that's from. I have no idea where that's from.
I think it's from Holes, but I don't know if that's true.
There's no way it's from Holes. No shot. I've seen Holes.
I think it's the people that own
one hole, maybe two if she was being generous and drunk. I see. You mean the movie?
People are saying it is Holes. Yeah, I thought it was the. Now I haven't seen the whole movie of Holes.
I don't remember that.
But I think the intro or the beginning of the movie is like the people that own the little like work farm thing. That family's been looking for like a treasure in that desert or whatever. That's why they dig the holes.
The chat says it's Holes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Maybe because I watched it in middle school, but I swear to God, I do not remember that like at all.
Oh,
what the fuck?
What is that movie with the bear that wears the armor? The polar bear that has like the special grade fucking
Golden Express or something? The Golden Compass?
Golden Compass? That sounds right. That sounds accurate.
I actually don't know this one.
Stanley Yelnats says, I don't know what that means. What happened in the flashback? Shia LaBeouf. Okay.
Shia LaBeouf.
I don't think. Yeah, Golden Compass sounds right. Let's see another movie that I have references of, but I haven't seen.
I want to see Meet Joe Black. I keep seeing clips from that all over YouTube.
What the hell is that?
That's with Brad Pitt playing the Grim Reaper.
We'll look it up. Yeah. And he speaks Jamaican.
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins is in it, but I've never.
He's Grim from Grim Adventures Billy Mandy. Bombaclat! Billy Bundy!
Oh no! Why you do that? Why you do that, sister? That's how.
Why you do that, sister?
He's awesome in that. But
wait, what's the guy's name that played Hannibal?
Anthony Hopkins is in it too. Yeah,
Anthony Hopkins. Okay,
no, I am Anthony Hopkins. He had Passover dinner at my house. That's not true.
I was about to say that. No, that's cap. That's cap.
All right, you're talking about this movie, right? Let's tune in.
No.
Yeah, but you're gonna get the money. Take it off.
Nah.
Dude, you're gonna get your fucking thing taken down.
Oh no, the 7 cents of ad revenue. This second stream.
I don't care.
That's fair. She just thought you. She don't mean nothing.
All right, I've said my piece.
Here we go. She can speak Jamaican here.
Well, it's not really Jamaican.
Bombaclat.
It's more like Southern
Creole. Is that what you're gonna get at?
Yeah, so it's English mixed with French Jamaican. It's not like.
All right, smash or pass. Anyways.
Go away. I can't, sister.
I would smash the fuck out of the doctor in this movie. I don't know who she is, but my good God, she's gorgeous. She's a beautiful woman.
Didn't you go to high school with her, or she like did your
did
your fucking foreskin removal when you were born?
I'm gonna kill myself.
Give me a Blumpkin right now. No, that's what you're thinking.
Give me the Blumpkin.
Give me that pumpkin right now.
Oh, who's that? Okay, another movie.
I
need
not
to know
seen
because I haven't seen
Sinners,
it.
and I have not seen. I want to see Sinners here. It's great. And what's the other one? Talk to Lizzie with the kids running down the street that disappear from the classroom. It's not called Warriors. It's called Weapons. I haven't seen that either. Both those.
I have not seen enough films.
What's the movie? The girl's like in a high school in America, and then she finds out that her like aunt or something died, or grandmother, and she's like the next in line to be like the Queen of England, or like the
Princess Diaries.
Is it Princess Diaries? Who's that? What's that actor's name?
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway's fucking. God damn, she's pretty. Holy shit.
The one that says, "What a forward young man you are." That's why I play that clip all the time when I come in.
What a forward young man you are.
I want to watch
Yeah,
that Princess Diaries. That's a good movie to watch, I think. I've only seen clips though. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Yeah. Let's like the stream.
What if we changed, cuz look, this show's dead anyway.
Okay.
Right? So if we change this to either LolCow Politics or LolCow Movies, what would we want it to be? Put a poll up, technology protection, and let's see what, or keep it as is, free flow.
All right. Well, 80% of the audience says we should do LolCow Movies, or they can at least do a movie review.
That's why I need specifics.
You can't say, do we want to do
one? Movie. Late Night with the Devil, Wilson Pickett. That movie is bad.
That's a good movie.
Great motion picture show. And what we could do is we could do like movie night and then do a book club about the movie on certain episodes. So like, that would be good. So we could watch and then think about this. That movie coming out with Chris Pratt where he plays the guy accused of murder and he has to convince the AI. He has 90 minutes to convince the AI that he's not a killer and he didn't kill his wife, or they'll inject him and he'll die. That comes out this week. We can watch that. Yeah.
What's the name of that?
I don't know. Somebody look it up. But the trailers are great for it. Play the trailers.
Well, the trailer of what? You literally don't know the name of the movie.
Yeah, like you don't even know the name of it.
Google fucking Chris Pratt, idiot.
AI.
I googled Chris Pratt. It says he has a sex scandal.
Mercy.
It's called Mercy.
I see it here. All right, hold on.
I don't know why it's giving me Dos Machina vibes. I don't know why, or Ex Machina vibes. Not Dos.
Giving me that and Minority Report vibes.
Minority Report, yeah.
You guys have 2 hours, create stingers and music for 20 to 30 minute segments. I've done all that. You have no idea, man. We did that for Madhouse, and it doesn't matter. It's nice production value. It doesn't.
I'm Rebecca Ferguson.
You're going to freak out when you see the trailer for our new movie.
I love that woman, Rebecca Ferguson. She is
smashed.
What the? Get me out of this chair.
Detective Raven, I'm Judge Maddox, and this is the Mercy Capital Court, a judicial system powered by artificial intelligence.
Hold on, just wait a second.
With crime rates soaring, lawmakers voted for Mercy. By acting as judge, jury, and executioner, Mercy keeps our city safe.
I shouldn't be here. I helped create the Mercy program. I'm proud to have sent the first suspect for trial here, and I will continue to send more until the message is received.
Detective Raven, I know precisely who you are. You're before this court today charged with the murder of your wife.
Oh my God.
Your guilt must fall below the 92% threshold, or you will be executed in precisely 90 minutes.
What?
I love my wife. I didn't hurt her.
What? Arc Raiders reference?
Yeah, the person made Oppenheimer.
Arc Raiders reference on screen?
Where?
No, shut the fuck. Oh my God. I'm gonna literally leave.
The city's municipal cloud is at your disposal. Every camera, cell phone, and database. You must gather evidence to exonerate yourself. If you are innocent, prove it.
I need to find out who killed my wife.
It's a classic crime of passion, Chris, and it all points right at you. You don't get the Mercy trial unless you're guilty.
I didn't hurt Mom, I swear to God. Show me everyone she had contact with. She was seeing someone. How's my guilt looking now?
It has risen to 98%. You just provided me with a strong motive of why you murdered.
Oh shit, yeah.
Good. Wow. Thank you for that.
Mr. Raven, the clock is ticking.
Tell me what Nick was up to. She was stressed about work.
She said some chemical went missing.
The estimated street value would be in excess of $16 million.
Do you honestly think that I killed my wife?
Or were you just programmed wrong?
I need to walk the scene. No, I have something here.
This is a terrorist's handbook.
Get out. Get out of there.
Anarchist cookbook, brother.
Mr. Raven, you're running out of time.
Chris, what do you got it into? There's a bomb in that truck.
It's heading downtown.
This was never about my wife. This was about me and you.
Medic! Get me out of here!
I'll be real. I am not looking forward to watching that film. It looks so tacky.
In 3D.
Awesome. I think it looks great.
It looks so tacky.
It's in
I hate
3D.
it.
Now
Why
you
does that
have
movie
to
look
love it.
tacky?
It
What's
just
tacky about it?
like it looks like who's the guy who made fucking Transformers? Jesus fucking Christ.
Michael Bay.
Michael
Yeah,
Bay.
Michael Bay. It looks like Michael Bay made this fucking film. I swear to God.
One of the most successful directors
Bay's
of
a
all
fun
time.
It looks way too CGI for my
He's
liking.
probably a pedophile.
The movie
but-
AI
Okay.
is CGI. That's crazy.
No joke. No joke.
No, but genuinely, I just don't like the way it looks. I'm just more of a fan of like practical effects, like what they did with like an original Alien. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
okay,
that was like
sure.
peak for me. Okay.
Well, okay. I was watching Army of Darkness this weekend. Like I said, Army of Darkness 3, and it was so. Even though some of the effects were rubbish, it was so cool to see real practical sets again and real makeup effects. And it doesn't mean it looked better because there's no way I can watch that without the nostalgia of it. But it made me remember why I wanted to be back in the day a movie maker. Because I think what I really got excited about was less about the craft of directing and more about being on those sets and being in those places, you know. And now to direct a movie is to walk onto a fucking empty soundstage with a massive green screen dome, or not a green screen dome, but a dome with.
And you're wearing a bunch of freaking green balls on you, and you're fucking.
Yeah, and that's great if you love the craft, but I just wanted to be on the sets. So
it works with some films like CGI. I could see working with like Planet of the Apes, for example. Planet of the Apes is fucking phenomenal film, like series, right? Like by far, like the best I've seen, and I can actually appreciate the work that they put into it. But that, for example, what we just watched for Mercy, I'm sorry, I just can't.
Let me give you my pitch. Let me give you my genius fucking pitch.
Sure,
now this would get me. I would love to do the show because I can't really commit to LolCow Crypt right now because I know it's going to be canceled. It has to be. It's abysmal. The numbers are terrible.
Thanks, boss.
It's awful.
Appreciate that.
It's terrible. It's a terrible fucking show.
We hate the numbers.
Jack, can we get a couple $20 donos? Because Javi's
that's not.
very anxious.
I'm not anxious. I'm not.
I am.
I'm saying just being practical about this.
Give
What
us
I'm saying is the only way to make money that we've shown so far in this universe is to play a game that you guys might be good at, but I'm not good at it and I don't want to play it, right? But if we were to actually do a show about movies and the goal, because Tech and I and Bunny talked about this when we were doing Madhouse, but it was on the tail end of the flop that was the Haunted Hotel. But we would want to raise, like, over the course of 6 months, like $40,000 and make a LolCow horror movie with all the LolCow characters and make
Jaffe
it really
wants to. I don't want to.
Okay, chat. Would that
Jaffe,
not be great?
So
okay, fine.
separated
Nobody
from
asked you. Would that not be amazing to make the LolCow horror film, and it's gory as fuck and it's probably schlocky as shit because none of us have skill.
Yeah, $40,000 to throw
Are you
away.
remaking Terrifier but with LolCows?
Well, Terrifier is a genuinely good movie. I think.
Yeah, but there's a shit ton of gore, is what I'm getting.
I think we would try to make a good movie. You never try to make a bad movie.
Yeah, but
by the very nature of us having no talent, it would inadvertently be shit. Oh yeah, make Xylee the final girl. Can you imagine?
Look, you saying you want to make a horror movie for $40,000 we throw at the screen and make like what $600 off of it is crazy. What I would rather do is raise $5,000, make a video game where it's a dating sim of the LCU, and you can go around dating the different hosts of the universe.
Here's the difference: to make a genuinely good video game, that would make money after the gimmick wears off, it's a lot of time and a lot of effort.
Yeah, you go and try to make a good video game, but of course we have no skill or talent in making video games, so it's going to be bad.
Go out and shoot a very satisfying horror movie in 4 or 5 days, low budget. And while it may never be almost watchable, to get high and watch that once a year at Christmas with the LolCow audience and sell it and have a director's commentary and a cast commentary, it's very much worth raising 10 grand to do, is what I would say.
Tech, if David buys the LCU, the people in the cult will follow Keem to his LCU. Crazy. Thank you, Tracy Montgomery. Go
He's not going to be able to have an LCU for a while. There'll be a 5-year. Don't you? These people know how it works.
And non-compete.
If we buy the LCU, Keem has to sign
a
contract that says either he's a key man on this version for 5 years and can't do anything similar, or if he doesn't want to do that, but he takes the money, he can't do anything similar for 5 years. That's just standard.
Someone in the chat said Eric got real old real fast. That's Jaffe. That's not Eric. That's not Eric F.
Oh, haha. Okay. It's nothing like Eric.
Oh, what's happening in the next episode of LolCow B Circuit? We're redirecting to LolCow Reapers. What? Crazy.
Wait, boys.
Let's see what their content's about. Iceman is a character confirmed. Gidgey's not getting on Queens. Wonder Woman for Queens.
Where did our poll end up, though? Tell me that before we lock it.
Wow.
Oh, it was movie. I'm pretty sure.
37%.
Yeah, 37% LolCow movie.
What percent?
37%.
37% LolCow movie.
So there's no majority.
26% said keep it on LolCow Crypt. Well, not really. It's like a third and a third versus a third.
Why would you throw in LolCow CEO? You always do that. You always.
Wait, what did I do?
Just get mad at him.
Wait, why?
I'm trying to get real data.
Am I in trouble?
LolCow CEO, no, you're just.
I don't want to.